Good evening. I'm back with my second live, the underrated darkness. Want y'all welcome y'all. Earlier, I did a live. I want y'all to check the first live I did that was 7. That was 7. That was 7 o'clock. Hold on, family. The first live was why we let social media adjust our lives. Time to change. Again, why we let social media adjust our lives. Time to change. That's the first live I did earlier. That's 7 o'clock. When they did well, 2 hours on. My sister got on. And oh, if I try to fix some things up. Lock Boss Lady, she was on there. Sunny Boss Talk, she was on there. Sunny Boss Talk, and we're gonna get it in today. We're gonna get it in again. That's how the darkness do. We have 5 people. You know what I mean? So, and we gonna. So we cut this off. Let me see. So I'm glad you showed up. Again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. See the title, Hypocrisy, Policies, and Politics. Also, I did Hypocrisy, Policies of Sports, but I say in politics, I say in sports too. But check that out. Again, subscribe to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Subscribe and like to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Hit the bell when I come for a powerful live stream and video. Let's get them likes and the views up on my past live stream and video. Let's get them up. Very much appreciated. And my first one that I did, it might be a possible part 2. So never know, it might be for that. Depends. And share. I want you to share that live stream too that I did earlier. Also this one. All right. So you're gonna wait for some more people to get in. And we're gonna get this thing popped off. All right, we're gonna wait for more people to come in. Oh, let me get these announcements out the way. If you want to get to know me, it's Jerry Thomas. That's my Facebook page. Facebook group. All in caps. JT, MVP, thinking for ourselves. Again, JT, MVP, thinking for ourselves. Also, have a Twitter account, all in caps, at JT Blackman 44. Again, at JT Blackman 44. That is my Twitter account. Also, I had an Instagram account, The Underrated Darkness. And I got Streamlabs too. Gotta get this going, so soon you're gonna see that. Every Monday, the Underrated Sports Show with my brother and co-host, She Stay Sleep TV. Subscribe to the brother. Excellent information, the truth for our community. She Stay Sleep TV every Monday. Underrated sports show, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Check us out. We'll be bringing it. Hold on, Nikki. Let me look for it. Want you to stay right there. Also, I did a lot. Like I said, I did a live stream earlier. Check it out. Also in October, I'm gonna do a live stream, midterms elections of our perspective. Midterm elections of our perspective. Now, at first, I was going to do that live like a week before the live stream I just mentioned, but there's a lot of things happened lately of hypocrisy of politics, and we're going to chime into that possible panel needed on this one tonight. Also, this live stream might be a part 2 to that. The darks be coming through. I'm grinding. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come in and get this work. And we're gonna build. We're gonna talk about hypocrisies and all that. So hold on. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come in. Nikki, welcome. Welcome, my sister. How you doing? We're gonna wait for some more people to get in because I know sometimes they don't get their notifications. And so we're gonna wait. But it's been a good day for me. I very much appreciate it. And glad everybody could wait for some more people to come in. Let's see. I think I see it, Nikki. Okay. Wait for some more people. James J. Thanks for coming. Wait for some more people to get in. James J. He was part of live stream that I did. Also, he was on the panel. Welcome him, James J. 212. 2121. LDBC all day. All right. Wait some more people. Nehemiah Israel. Family. Welcome. Welcome. Peace and grace. Thanks for coming, Nehemiah Israel. Most likely we're gonna have you on the panel if you want to join. Just let me in. Let me know. I still got your email. Okay, no problem. No. Don't worry about James J. I know how that goes. I used to do my live stream off my phone too. So don't worry about it. Don't worry. You good. You good. You good. Don't worry about it. You good. Yeah. So if some more people get in. And also, Nehemiah Israel, I did a live stream earlier. I want you to check it out and everything. I'm gonna give you the title. Let me tap this in. right. Hold on, family. Hold on. Wait some more people to come in. Uh, so check see things going on here. Hey, welcome back, AB. Welcome back. We'll just wait for some more people to come in. Again, Nehemiah Israel, if you want me to plug you in on a panel, let me know. It's up to you, no problem. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in. Ronald Figley, family, what's good? Welcome. Very much appreciate. It's going to be panel participation. So hold on, family. Something's going on here. Okay, no. Could be someone here. Hold on, family. I did it earlier. I did it earlier. Live stream earlier live. The name of it, the title was "Why We Let Social Media Adjust Our Lives." Time to change. Why we let social media adjust our lives. Time to change. That's the first one. That's the first one I did. And then now you see hypocrisy, policies, and politics. Also, I did a few months ago, I did hypocrisy, policies in sports, of sports and in sports. I want y'all to look for that. All right? We getting it in tonight. Doctors ain't playing. All right, we're going to wait for some more people, get it, to come through, and we're going to get it done. We're going to talk about it. A lot of stuff has happened in thank you, appreciate that. Right? You know how we do. And we gonna get it in tonight. Oh yeah. So don't be afraid. Want to look at the news on your phone or TV? We gonna talk hypocrisy. What's going on? And so we wait for some more people to go on. But like I said, please check out Why We Let Social Media Adjust Our Lives. Time to change. That's the first one I did. First one I did tonight. Want y'all to check it out. Great information. Great information. No? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some people up in here. And we're going to because I don't want to start as yet because I want some more people to come in because sometimes the notifications do not come, fast. I don't know, sometimes during the nighttime and stuff. But I'm gonna get something like that. But well, I could talk about it a little bit. I know people find out what happened to Trump. The fixer, his lawyer, he got charged for some accounts for 5 years, and most likely he gonna cooperate with the special counsel, Mueller. That's the one who was heading up the investigation of Russia um, obstruction of justice, and collision. And yeah, I'm gonna see what's up. Don't worry about Rafiki. Okay, just see. Let me know what's up. And so, um, let me see what's up. So there's a lot. There's quite a few hypocrisies that's going on. And like I said before, it might be a second part to this too. So watch out for that. Um, my brother near my Israel, I see the link in case you want to get on. Here it is. So watch out for it. Let me see. Let me see, Ronald Figure. Let me see something. Let me see. Maybe if you get it, you just come home. Okay, let's see. All right, Ronald, I sent it to you. So look out for it. If you get it, just come on. So yeah. But a whole lot of stuff has happened. There are the Armor Rose. We're gonna talk about Armor Rose a little bit too. Um, but you check the chat. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff has happened. Um, a lot of stuff has happened. Go wait for some more people to come in. Do we talk about it? Damn. So see, glad you're showing up. Get some more people to get in. Yeah, and plus Alma Rosa got more. She got more tapes to come out against. Okay, I already sent it to you, but I sent it again, Ronald. I sent it again. And but the hypocrisy is crazy because Omarosa never really represent our community. She or whatever it is. I heard she worked for the National Action Network with our shop there back then, but She was never really in our company. Now all of a sudden that now she want to come back, and that's hypocrisy right there. It really is. No, we gotta call it as it is, family. No. Okay, I seen you an invite, Ronald Finkley. Uh, go come and get it. So okay, okay. But I sent it to you. Watch out for it. Hold on. Maybe let me send it this way. Okay. When I send it to you, wait some more people get up in here. But also, what's really going on is and also Paul Manafort, the one I think was will work with Trump, and he 8 out of 18 counts they found him guilty. I forgot how many years he got, but he still do not want to cooperate with Special Counsel Mueller, the one head up the investigation, and the hypocrisy is this that him Gates, his party Gates already talk to the judge, always tell his side, and he's in trouble. Manafort's in trouble, and he still do not want to cooperate. And there's no way he can go. But hypocrisy was that because he said that he never had no dealings with the people in Ukraine, Russia, and that's a lie. So we gonna talk about hypocrisy. What's going on? Trump talking about the campaign that he didn't know what Manafort was doing, but he took some of the money. Takes some of the money out the campaign and paid the women off. So they won't come out and say that they have they wasn't with him. And so that's a violation. So now all of a sudden the Republicans, they want to act on it now. And at the time, they want to protect him. And that's hypocrisy right there. You know? And so we have to understand that we're going to talk about that tonight. You know? And go wait till more people get in. I'm gonna still plug it and see Ronald Fickley. Let me see something. So yeah, so and also what happened, and then you got people that work for Trump, part of his cabinet. They nervous now because Omarosa got tapes on them. And I believe they said a lot of things was not good. But these are the same people that protect him, that even know that he talked dirt about America, about certain parts of America. We're gonna talk about hypocrisy on that. So we have to talk about this. I mean, not dwell on it and everything, but it's crazy. It really is. You know. And it's going down. But see, the way how the Republicans have it, they wanted to go like after. They wish, I mean, not wish, they thought this was gonna go away. They thought this was gonna smooth this away. But it wasn't happening like that. And so now at all this time, they turn their heads away from Trump, act like ain't nothing happened, but at the same time support. But the way how they go about it, they violate the constitutional principles of respect each institutions. I'm talking about the institutions about intelligence and okay, I will. No problem. I got you there, man. And so now they think now they got this hypocrisy amnesia now. Oh, we gotta do something about it. So they full of it. It really is. I'm gonna send it right now. But then my Israel, put out your is your email still the same as the one you gave me before? I just want to know, brother. But I'm gonna send it out. I'm gonna send it out again. I got you. I got you. There you go, the man right there. Family, Ronald Figgy. That's the man right there. That's family right there, y'all. There, got you. We got you. Now I gotta put. I'm gonna plug on my older one of my older brothers. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy up in here. Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it popping, yo.
We gonna get it popping. Oh yeah, it's coming. Nehemiah, I already sent it to you, my brother. Let me see the chat. Okay, hold on. Stay right there, Ronald Figures. Do not go nowhere. Stay right there. Let me see. That's what I got. That's what I got. I'm gonna say it again. That's what I got on my brother. Oh, there he is. Okay, hold on there, Maya. You on there, so I'm gonna take this off.
Yo, you smart as shit, yo. I couldn't figure that shit out. I had to figure that shit out, yo.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for sending me that link because this is a different phone.
Oh, you got a new phone now?
No, I ain't got the right phone yet. The whole point is I've been trading phones in for the last 2 days. I'm trying to get my phone right, whereas though I could talk to everybody in the LDBC anytime I want. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whether it's video or whatever. It's just like I got an iPhone 10 coming, but it is what it is,
Okay. All right, good. My brother, Nehemiah Israel, welcome.
What we talking about tonight? Politics or boxing?
No. Yeah, grace and peace, JT. Grace and peace, brother. Ronald, was that Ronald?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, brother? Yeah,
Just chilling.
I guess JT got on his heart to comment, put a little social commentary out on the thing that's going on in the political mainstream right now. So
Okay.
yeah. But you a
Okay.
boxer, bro?
Well, no, I'm everything, bro. It's like everything go together, yo. Boxing is life, but like everything goes together. You know what I mean? Like to me,
Yeah,
because
that warrior thing. That I understand. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yo,
but the title tonight is hip. Oh, but you missed the one. Ronald Fickley. I did one, hypocrisy policies in sports. You could look for that one.
yeah.
But we gonna
I,
do hypocrisy policies in politics and Nehemiah Israel. I want you to get it. I want you to start getting into it, and tell me the hypocrisy was going on, or
Well,
what you.
yeah. Politics is it says there's a saying, shooting off the top of my head, politics makes strange bedfellows, So what you bringing up, I think another brother in the neighborhood here, he just spoke on it, brother TOX, he's a activist here in Chicago, just spoke on it,
Okay.
and he kind of commented, he put a social commentary out there, unlike your title, hopping hypocrisy, he simply said Donald Trump something other. He used one of what's the brother name? The singer Teddy Pendergrass. He used one of his songs. He made a meme out of it saying Donald Trump something. He needs to go. It looks like a presidential TKO, and that's just put. Yeah. He
I like
created
I like
TO.
that.
Yeah,
I like that, yo. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. He said Donald Trump needs to go look like a presidential TKO. Yeah. It looks pretty bad for him, but like the other brother commented, another local brother, Tony Mohammed, he spoke on it as well. He said that uh, God, he claimed that he was a god. He said Donald Trump can't do no wrong in America. It seems, being in that position that presidential was T.O. I've been knowing this brother for years. He ran for alderman and quite a few other things in Chicago. Pretty busy, so he didn't see it that way. But Tony Muhammad did say, "Well, this guy seemed to be untouchable." All the things he said, and he really spoke on his views on women. How he spoke negatively of the women before he even got in office, and still got it. These women still ran and voted for him and put him in office, or to a large degree. So, and a lot of folks say, more than God, he's more like Satan. So that could lead to your hypocrisy, when we try to reason in our own mind what mainstream trying to tell us, and considering the law, like the brother Ronald say, you gotta have your irons in a lot of fires to, stay abreast in this country. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the other, Omarosa, her deal, that one, I don't know if that's hypocrisy that she, doing the whistleblowing as a result of actually saying something, or she just doing it for uh, other reasons, But yeah, I don't want to hog your time there, Jay. I just want to
No, you ain't all the
chime in
time.
to say,
No, you keep it going. No, I'm gonna get to Ronald.
Nah,
No, no, you.
you good, bro. I'm just catching up, yo. Like I'm listening to y'all because I don't be watching news that much. Nehemiah, you on point, man. Like certain days I just can't deal with them, yo. It's like you telling me something that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so that's good for me to hear.
yeah, it's all soundbite with me. I don't go into in depth of it like brother JT tend to be a little bit more passionate about some of the issues, that take place in mainstream, where I catch a sound bite only because, you know, I tend to engage in the social media world more so than mainstream.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. So,
It,
but I
to me
understand that,
like
you know,
no. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, but I understand how detrimental it is for us as a folk to be political savvy. We have no political sophistication about ourselves. That's probably one of our biggest drawbacks. You know, anytime we want to come together and put something out there, you know, it loses its theme because we're not politically sophisticated. So it is important to have these kind of conversations to build up our political sophistication. We need to be a little bit more savvy when it comes to politics.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then that's right. And I didn't mean to cut you off. And that's the thing that makes me want to bring this up, because a lot of people be saying that, and you know, as Israel, as a spiritual man that you are, and there are some people that maybe I don't want to deal with this because you never thought things happen. But I say, but you got to understand one thing, that despite how the country independence, how they feel about us, and I understand the agony of our people think about it, but at the same time, our rights is involved too. And it ain't had nothing to do with the United States. Our human rights as melanin people. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, you know, I have to bring it out, because
talk that talk, man.
quite a few of us, we don't know what's going on. We don't even understand the legislation of what's going on.
You right
We
as fuck.
didn't even know
You right as fuck, yo.
the loopholes going on and everything. And then that's why that I keep on promoting this for months, that midterm elections of our perspective. And that night, the midterm is going on, I'm gonna have it on. I'm gonna put most likely it's gonna be in the living room. I'm gonna TV in the bedroom. So I'm gonna turn like I said before, I'm gonna turn the sound up, and I want people around of this USA, in our community, you have to know what's going on, because they playing the boogeyman on us. And also, I got to say this with sisters. There's a lot of women is going to run for office, and they're going to lose. They're going to use this cliche about women's rights. And usually when they have women's rights, we don't benefit as a people. And women, y'all don't benefit. So if y'all want to engage of this, this is the question you want to make. The melanin agenda is on the top of your list. And if it's not, I'm not saying do what you got to do, but we have to come collectively. Because when we think about we here, the black men here, and the black woman here, ain't getting us nowhere. The only way we gotta solve our problems, we gotta understand collectively, and we have to come collectively together. And we have to understand that this system of certain elements do not want us to be together. They do not want our family to unite as God provides as one family. They don't even want us to be part of the human race, of the human family. And we have to fight.
Talk that talk, bro. I feel you on that shit.
We have to fight. This is not the time to throw certain analogies and stuff like that. Like my brother Israel always said, we have to unite as a people, and then the kids that the ones that up to date, we have to let them know about our history, of the diversity of our people, of diversity of our history, of diversity of, I'm talking about, of the legislation of the oppressed they have put upon us for centuries and centuries. Well, this is a now or never.
You ain't lying, bro.
This is a now or never. So, and then this is the one hypocrisy that I want you to chime in, my brother Nehemiah Israel, that you got what's going on, the immigration and stuff, and Mexico and stuff. Then at that time, Attorney General Sessions was quoting scriptures.
Let me speak on that right there. Because I looked at it like this. I seen President Trump's wife get his family from Switzerland, wherever the fuck they from. They got over here easy because he the president. Then now you got him talking about, it's like a hypocrisy, yo. It's like,
it is
so
hypocrisy. You
it's
get what I'm saying?
hypocrisy the fullest, yo.
It really is. And then when you start quoting God's word, and you know that's not what it says, that's blasphemy. And brother Israel, I want you to chime into that, please, brother.
Oh no, you know they entitled to speak as they speak, man. They run the world, you know. These the way the book, you know, the way I come.
Fuck that. They don't run shit, yo.
Well,
they don't run shit.
You know, God,
feed them
you know,
fucking
that
gravy,
I understand.
yo.
Right, I got you there. You know that they run the world. I mean, and what they do is, you know,
I don't believe in that shit.
They got this socioeconomic, political, you know, this is the sophistication that we don't possess, the philosophy that we don't possess enough, that has been taken from us. Now we, you know, have this ability to, you know, be just as accountable as they are, you know. So understand, like you say, they don't run your house as a man. You know, you stand in yourself. You know, they have to kill
They need
you, like
us.
you say,
They need us,
different.
yo.
Well,
they need us. They act like they don't need you, but they fucking need you. Until you can tell me somebody like me, then you fucking need me. That's the way I look at it, yo.
No, they don't need us. Hell, for what? I don't need damn shit. What the hell they need us for?
Right, I'm gonna chime into this, right? But I know what if tell me if I'm right, my brother Israel. He's talking about the spiritual aspect, Satan, the devil. He talk if I tell me if I'm right or wrong. If I'm wrong, then you correct me. Brother Rob, what's up? Gabe Talk Media. If you want to join the panel, let me know. Because you know we have to understand that Satan, the devil, is not just a myth; it's real. He had his hands for a long time, and
on a lot of people. On a lot of people, yo. He got his hands on a lot of people. And trust, they need us.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. I want my brother Israel to chime in and everything. No, I'm not saying that you wrong, bro. No, I'm not saying.
No, I got the brother Fire. I understand exactly where he at. He got a more of a radical approach,
down to earth approach.
Well, yeah, it's radical. It's radical to say that they don't need us, and then that I say they don't need us, but then you say they do. I'm like, for what do they need us? Is questionable. That's a laundry list of things, like you said, because when you start looking at it economically and you start looking at it socially, that's what you got to consider. Right. Those are down to earth, on the ground type of assessment. It's like, what the hell I need, you know, the worst of anybody. Like you said, that whole immigration thing.
If motherfuckers start shooting at me, I'm shooting the fuck back. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
They got some guns that man you ain't want to know about, bro. And
I mean, when I say
they, I'm talking about the powers, not people.
Of course,
it's not a flesh and blood fight. You know, like you said, the white boy next door to you, he ain't your enemy. It's the powers, like you said.
Exactly.
It's a satanic thing. It's a group of folk that they come together to go against color folks, go against Pope folk, go against Jews, any other, you know, go against China. They don't give a damn. I'm talking about this is a real elite people, and you can't even call them people because they don't even have more. They don't have principles. So when you say Jeff Sessions quoted the scripture, that man absolutely believed what he felt. You understand? He got a faith.
He got his dynamic.
Of another persuasion. You know, it might be colored to look like a white man, and that's his God, and that's his belief. But that's what he's speaking from. He's not speaking from the truth that don't have no color, that has a color, but that has been removed. You understand that color thing? It's been removed from the thing. You know, so that's why we don't have images and so forth or whatnot. So you know, you got to really, you know, keep having these conversations so it becomes understood that, like you said, it's one earth, one whole thing. It's one humanity. You understand? And we got to do away with that crap. You
Yeah,
gotta
and see,
get that hypocrisy out the
Talk
way
that talk,
and
yo.
right, exactly.
Talk that
bring
talk.
it to the center, man.
And that's the thing about it that brothers, that you know mainstream media is not gonna bring it up, because now we're talking about evangelicals and stuff like that, and they part of the elite that run this world, and they never had the interest of melanin people globally for a long time, and so we
Everything quiet.
that's
Everything real quiet. Everything real
right,
quiet.
that's what I'm saying. So now I'm talking about the spiritual religious aspect, that sometimes that we don't want to get into it and stuff like that, and then it plays right at the positive. Now there's gonna be some people will say, why high politics and religion goes hand in hand. Now I'm gonna drop another one. That how do you think we were slaves? When they was killing us, they was quoting scriptures. When he was getting slaughtered, it was actually slaves was going when we was going to church, and while we was getting hanged. When we was getting like sell away, it was quoting scriptures. They was praying to their God. They pray God, whatever it is. So in USA, I'm just talking about the USA now. And all religion and slavery always go hand in hand, and there's always hypocrisy in that. So when people don't think it doesn't happen in the way, yeah, it maybe doesn't happen that way, but it still goes on. Now, right now, is into legislation. And we have to really talk about the hypocrisy of legislation. Because when you talk about the hypocrisy of legislation, I'm talking about us as a people now. Now I'm bringing it back for us as a people. We are human beings. And so they still consider us 3/4 of a citizen. Now it's saying it's 5/8. Whoopie-doo. But they still think of us as nothing. So that's why, like, I have to bring this up, because a lot of us is sleeping. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we don't want to know what's going on, but we have to wake up. And then whatever people say, I don't believe God, that's you, whatever you want to bring. But if you know the Bible, things is happening. And so that's when and then I'm talking about the culture now. Now that's when our culture comes in the picture now. So what's it going to be for us as a people to unite as one?
Yo, the underrated. There's a lot of distractions out here. You got entertainment that always just the entertainment is like a distraction. It's like you said, everybody focusing on a comfortable life, but nobody's really in the building to like actually bring forth like aggressive justice towards our people. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's hard to realize that you got people out here that's adults.
Right, it is crazy, but this is the thing about this, that sometimes it make us crazy when we don't speak on it. I'm not saying it's got to be cool by y'all. I'm not saying that, but it has to be a discussion. It had to be a substantial discussion. It had to be a consistent discussion. Because especially
they drop the ball on that.
Yeah,
they drop the ball on that every day, yo. They drop the ball on that every day.
I get it, and I get it, but I'm talking about. I just want to talk to our people now. Now I'm talking about throughout humanity now. Yes, I'm talking about humanity too, but I'm talking about us as a people. And the system have never worked for us. How? I agree on that. I've seen it. I've been discriminated against. I understand it loud and clear. There's no ifs and buts about it. The darkness knows.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, when are we going to take a stand? When are we going to make this system? I always say this, and I want people to think on this too. Despite how this oppressed system is, we gotta make a way so we could benefit from this system, but at the same time, it's back to
hold on. I'm gonna get off for a minute.
Okay. You come back, Ronald. Appreciate that. But at the same time, let's build for our own system at the same time too. And that's what we have to. That's what we have to do. To me, you can go ahead, brother. Brother Israel.
Yeah. Like you say, the elephant in this room is the unification of folk that been disenfranchised. You know, we all over the place. So when you say we, you speaking of the oppressed, like you said, not necessarily we it ain't like we got a monopoly in being oppressed, because like I say, they oppress white folks, they oppress any other folk that's going against the the agenda or whatever whatever it is that dealing with what have you. But yeah, man,
Nehemiah 100, you're right.
yeah, it's something that, like you say, you got to get real sophisticated, man. You got to have some philosophies, and that comes with that conversation, having a accountable conversation. Let's not just be talking about everyday thing. Hey, man, what's the weather? Let's bring some of this heavy meat in there, like strong meat that grown men should be addressing, and not young boys that we
People don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about it, yo.
Yeah, right.
Simple and plain.
Like you said, they don't want. They fear they're gonna lose. The game that comes with silence. Like you say, flushing toilet. Refrigerator full of food, belly full of food. So that's what the people do, man. They get complacent. Like you say, entertainment will put you to sleep. You understand that whole, that whole art of that's been put in the first world. The first world is truly locked down. Like they said, we're only 5% of the people on the planet, and that's Americans, 290 million out of 7 billion people, you understand? So we're only 5% of the people. We use 40% of the resources. So we're real complacent when it comes to, making it plain, making it level for everybody, you understand? Making it level, because it's enough to go around. But it's the greedy that do the thing. That's what be messing things up. Folks get real greedy and really do some hellified math, and that math just
can I say one thing on what you just said, Nehemiah? Because I appreciate what you just said. Like you said, it's 5% of us, but we 40% of like how profits get made. But it's like, think about it like this: like, why is it like that? Like, we got like so much community, but nobody sticks together.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's socioeconomic. That's why it's important to speak about economics.
Right,
because
exactly.
It's the whole pie. That's what economics is. It's like the pie. How you gonna have that pie? You're gonna slice it and dice it, and it ain't fair. You understand? If you don't understand economics, you don't understand technology. Like I can imagine that if Brother JT spoke on on his last upload about social media, and it's the phenomenon of social media that we have yet to, we still drunk on this, still trying to figure out how that going on, where we able to disseminate this information on the press of a couple buttons, Now we ain't sophisticated enough to really have that critical mass that's necessary, because everybody ain't got to be in the fight. You just need a few courageous souls, like they say, send them back. Like that 300 thing they talk about, them Trojans. That's what you gotta have. You gotta have 300 courageous souls, like you say.
Talk that talk, bro. Talk that talk, man.
There's radical. You made for the fight. I feel that in you already. And old cat like me, I'm like, man, I done been there on the front line and fought my fights, battles. And I'm kind of like in that infirm stage, I'm part of the furniture, man. I'm a soldier that's part of the furniture,
Nehemiah, can I say something? It's also about the young people getting on board and understanding that, like, you don't have to follow that whole dynamic of entertainment or how you supposed to be. It's about how you are and what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's betterment for the people around you. You know what I mean?
Come to grips that who they are, like you say, social, who they are socially or culturally. then it becomes, you know, like you say, reasons, the cause to unify and to express this unity that must take place. You know.
Talk that talk, man. Real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it that I definitely want to talk about. Like the last live stream that I did, it might be a part two, and about social media, and also we're gonna talk about economics in a few seconds. But I also want, and I told people I want you to go and listen to the last live stream that I did, family, and I talk about the adjustment and all like that, because it might be a part two. I'm still thinking on it. It might be a part two. But if it's going to be a part two, we have to talk about the economics of what's going on of social media. Maybe I'm getting off the subject. I just want to get this out.
Yes,
Because the
sir.
economics
Yes,
of
sir.
it,
Yes, sir.
because when people, when the ones who had the money, those are the ones who put out the airways, and the ones who put out the airways, despite of still of this oppressed system, of this oppressed policy. That's what that's when the negative image is coming from and stuff. And so the sad thing about it, they using our people to do it and stuff like that. But that's another time. Now we're going to talk about
You
the
always
economic.
bring that heat, bro. You always bring that heat. I listen to you, man, and I be like, man, this dude right here, man, god damn. You real. And you you
I
you
try
you
to be.
focus.
I try
You
to be.
focus.
I
You
try to be.
focus, bro.
I'm just humble. I'm just doing my part to help serve our community and
I
let the
always
world
show you
know.
respect, bro. I be hearing everything you say, bro. I be like,
I
god damn, this
appreciate
dude
that.
right here, man.
I appreciate that because it means a lot. I just want the rest of the world know that we part of this human race too. That we are God chosen people too.
Yes, sir.
And that this man take me out because I'm going to keep on. I'm going to keep on doing what I do. But I thanks for you. And you know, by you being here and represent too. Don't take no credit away from you. Your existence means important too. Israel is my, I learned a lot from this brother too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
I
so
met
I'm not
Nehemiah
alone.
tonight. I met Nehemiah tonight. Like I'm like, damn, I met 2 for 1 like right now. Like I
Yeah,
already knew you, but now I
yeah.
got Nehemiah and shit. He said a lot of good things, yo.
He always do. He keep. But we gotta talk about the economics now of what's going on. And near my Israel, I want you to chime in that, please. And Ron, I want you to follow that up. And Brother Rob, I'm trying to get you in. I'm working on that. And Gay talk me and send my regards to information man. And then if we still on, you can come back on. All right. So I want you to
All right.
chime in. I want you to chime in there, right? My brother, near my Israel, of the economics.
Yeah, it's
Why
big
we
time. You know, it's big time. You hear
I'm
a
gonna
lot
call
of
that shit
brothers.
niggonometry. Niggonometry, yo. Like
Yeah, it's
Nas
about
said,
that business,
niggonometry.
man. We got to get those businesses off the ground, man. You know, we don't own nothing. We don't own enough of those processes. So we gotta open these businesses, man. It's that simple, plain and simple. You know, shop. You know, like they said, at 1 trillion that we get a hold of, it goes there, it stay in our community like one cycle, and then it's gone. You understand? It ain't. We ain't shopping with each other. We ain't got no basket of goods to, keep our folks in the game. You understand? To like I
Nehemiah,
said,
can I speak on that point?
yes sir,
Nehemiah, can I speak on that point?
yes sir.
It's easy. It's easy where I live. It's all about like how the unity go. Like, you know what I mean? Like the unity gotta like start somewhere like a resource, and then you gotta like broadcast it to the rest of the people when you go other places. You gotta expand it. Like I look at it like this, man.
Marketing is part of it, absolutely. Branding,
Yeah.
all that's part of business. So
Yes,
economic
yes.
is a branch of business. You understand? So
Yes, sir.
economics is dealing with the whole pie. You understand? So marketing, this and that. That's what I got. I got a couple of degrees. I got one in accounting, one in I got a bachelor's in business. Something I picked up
Smart
later in life. You understand?
smart man. Smart man,
I
bro.
was out on the ground getting it done before I picked up any of that stuff. It was just something that,
Yes, sir.
I did a personal edification, but I understood from these cities, these main streets of Chicago, you had to get out there and get it the way you live, the way they said. So actually hustling was everything. You understand? And I can imagine New York being where that brother JT and his fam at. They really put it down. You understand? We were just in the middle of the beast. But them guys, man, I know that they really crush. That's where that 1 trillion come from. Markets like that, a lion's share of it, and it's still not coming to our stores. We don't have that store up there. We don't have that raw materials to process to bring to the store, whatever that is. You understand?
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's what has to happen. To really have a dog in the fight, we're gonna have some of these. These businesses, man. Like you said, if we're gonna be boxers, if we're gonna have some boxing, we need to understand how to promote and promote and build for the event and cash out on those events. So we gotta understand that whole loop.
Oh, I know how to promote. Yo. I
So,
do that every day.
I hear you. I hear you. It really is. We know how to.
But on some real shit though.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Nehemiah, on some real shit though, like what you saying is more important though. You see what I'm saying? Like about the building the businesses and how to go about it. You know what I mean? Like the unity and everything. Like that's more important than boxing.
It's managing, those resources with the, in the economy. Like they say, we want to say community all the time. They say we ain't got no damn community. We got neighborhoods. We ain't got that because we don't even. Like I said, we don't own a block or two. You don't find
talk
us
talk,
man. I'm talking about, man, when you look at the numbers, when it comes to that sophistication and having that philosophy, meaning that we're not going to be so accountable in this philosophy. We're just going to go make it happen. And we could deal with that later. That's what that brother, Dr. What's his name? Anderson. Dr. Anderson got that 5-step. He said, man, it's here. That education is the last thing, the last tier. You understand? The first one is getting that business. So it's out there, the information out there. We're in that stage where we got to, like brothers doing now, have these conversations. I heard Pharaoh last night. Pharaoh said that he's a local brother YouTuber speaking on it. And he spoke on it. He talked about how the elders, how that elder youth divide has been done away with this information.
Yeah.
But, you got a lot of brothers that our age, like JT and I'm not sure how you're, Ronald, but, we're not as sophisticated with that technology as you guys, But
can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something before my brother talk? The dude that just dropped on. Can I say something before my brother talk before he dropped on? Think about it like this. Like you said, it's backwards. It's like instead of like trying to get that education, you should be trying to get that groundwork first. Like, you know what I mean? I get what you just said, Nehemiah, and that's the way I look at it too, man.
Anderson, man. Look him up. Dr. Claude Anderson, he got that 5-tier thing. The first one he talk about is the business. He talking about that grind about collecting some dollars first. He said, if you ain't got no money, you ain't in this game. You ain't doing nothing. Cause the next
talk that talk, yo.
Is, he breaks it down, like I said, not in a philosophical way. He breaks it down in a butt naked way. You understand? He just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna find nothing. That's what you got. You got a lot of that, butt naked. Ron, if I could if I could speak on you, got butt naked, man. I say Ron is a brother you want to have standing next to you when the thing go down. That's all I can say.
You know that, nigga. That's how I get down.
Let's get the educator of our community in. Chicago own, Chi-Town own, my brother Rob, the educator in our community.
Man, peace, good brother. Man, peace to the brothers on the panel and everybody listening there in the chat and everything, man. I was just listening and looked at the title and was listening, man. Peace, good brother Nehemiah, man. Been a minute since we've been on the panel together. Yeah. And it just attracted my attention. I'm kind of dog tired, man. My fuel pump went out on my truck. So I'm out here trying to get that together. I got another day ahead.
At least you got a truck, bro. At least you got a truck.
Yeah, it ain't nothing. It's just you know how them straps spin on you sometimes. So that's all I'm on. I'm just trying to get that boy down so I can get that fuel pumping up. But man, uh when we talking about this topic, we gotta look at it from a couple of different angles. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. You dig? So
Yeah.
our politics is supposed to feed our economics. Our economics is supposed to come from our loyalty. It's supposed to come from our sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you ain't gonna have nothing to sacrifice unless you hard working. You see what I mean? So everything go with everything. Everything really is everything. Like man, G, it really don't matter if I open a business if you not gonna come and shop with me and come and shop with me with a purpose. You see? So like man, the next time you go in the grocery store and you see something that say is kosher, right? That's wink wink for hey, anybody that's Jewish, shop with me because I'm a Jew. Do you see? You see?
Damn. Yeah.
Everybody culture is celebrated and is supported in our face. Man, look, right? You know what I'm saying? My man, he a great cook. You know what he sell? Jerk tacos. Jerk
Damn.
tacos, though. Tacos. Do you see? We using somebody else culture to support our own. The first thing we got to do is go back home, fam. We got to know who we are, man, and we got to operate out of that space, Joe. And then from there, you know what I'm saying? We work on small things. See, we out here whale hunting and we can't catch a goddamn carp. You see? We out here talking about opening a school and people can't even hold steady jobs. Can't have a conversation with two different ideas. You see what I mean? And they talk about opening a school. Do you know how many different personalities you got to deal with to run a school?
You
You know how
know,
many different personalities you got to deal with to run a business?
Talk
you know,
that talk, caller.
You know
God
what I mean?
damn.
You gotta,
hold, I want to stop you one thing. I want you to talk about hypocrisy, what you just said, so other people will know because that's what I'm getting at.
right.
Please.
This is the bottom line. Like our elder, the good brother Nehemiah just said, you gotta have some expertise. You gotta have some. So here's the thing: all things have to be equal. Just because you open a business, if you're not competing with, your neighboring business, the same type of business, you're there's no need or purpose for me to shop with you. Do you see what I mean? So like if you open a burger joint in your mind, you better be on par with McDonald's. That's your competition. You see what I mean? That's your competition. That's what you gotta start with the end in mind.
The business is
You
all
gotta
about.
you gotta one up that situation. You gotta one up that situation. Like you know what I
Exactly,
mean? Like,
fam. The
You got
idea is to get in and be aggressive. And we have to be
yep.
aggressive about the shit. We gotta stop playing Mr. Nice Guy. Business is
Nothing
not
too
it's not
big,
it's not
no,
nice. And like,
nothing too big is too small. You know what I mean? Like nothing too big can be
man,
compared to something small.
look, family, we in a crisis situation, not because we don't have the
You gotta put in that
resources,
work.
not because we don't have the resources, not because we don't have the manpower, we don't have the wherewithal, we don't have the common knowledge that you need in order to be for it to be self-sustaining. I'm gonna give you a quick example. Look at your block, right? How many people outside of our community come and cut grass on that
Yeah.
block?
Close the door.
How many people? Do you see what I mean? On my block alone, B. On my block alone, five of the 15 houses is cut by some Mexicans. My
Damn,
son,
talk that
my son,
talk, caller.
my son
That's
can't
real
get
right
that
there,
bit.
bro.
My son can't get that business because
Exactly.
you want it done right. What's right about that?
Right, exactly.
That's
Bad,
wrong, baby.
bad.
Don't you see that? That's wrong. My edge will work just as good as his.
Exactly, bro.
You see my yard?
Right.
Look at my yard. My shit is immaculate. It's not because of me. It's because I done taught them and we work together. And they can make your shit look just as good. Do you see? But
Man.
because but
Yep.
because right is, Jose and them showing up and cutting the grass. That's our problem. It's not the fact that we can't cut grass, it's because we believe Jose and them has the expertise. You see?
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell
And
you.
that's what
I'm gonna
Jay
tell you a
Ice has
story right
told the
now.
brother.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you a story
Jay
right now.
Ice
Let me
has
cut
told
you
him.
for a second. Can I cut you for a second, fam?
I'm done. I'm
I'm
done.
I'm gonna tell you a story, yo. Cousin had like a Mexican business, yo. He hired all the Mexicans, bro. When I graduated high school, I ran his whole company to make him get that $1 million business. Yo, dog. One day he hired Mexicans, and they didn't speak no English. And I ain't got no problem against Mexicans. And I hope this just don't go the wrong way. But like, he was like, I was like, yo, man, they don't even speak no English, man. I was like, they need to learn English. He was like, nah, you need to learn Mexican. When he said that shit to me, that shit cut me to the heart, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a capitalist situation when it come to that. You see what I'm saying?
It's competitive advantage, like you said. That they can't. They got a hella fine thing going on. If they usurp us, they came in, and I don't even know if they came in when you do the history, when you do the numbers. Hell, if we 14% right now, and they supposed to be 10 and 11 in Chicago, well, they done came up and they hitting some bigger numbers. So we probably would be need to have that advantage, or even to have some scanning games to learn some of that Spanish.
Hold
Yo,
up.
but you know
Yeah.
what? We the
Let me
best
let
though.
me
We the best though when it come to work
let
though.
me
Don't get it twisted.
let me clarify my point, man. Maybe I was beating around the bush here, right? Let me clarify my point. My point is this: we need to have some loyalty to one another, and we need to spend money with each other in a prejudiced way. You know what I'm saying? We need to be
Man.
prejudiced. We need to be prejudiced with our money. So what am I saying? If you can get your grass cut by a black company, do it.
Call drop.
You know what I'm saying? I
But
drop.
yeah,
I'm,
but you right, Rob. But you know what, Rob, and and I want because see, this is my thing, and I don't want you to think I'm switching the subject. And but you know what the problem is too? We let certain analogies get in the way of working together too. And some of us we be talking this hypocrisy BS instead of thinking as a whole, thinking as one unit. I just want to throw it out, brother. You can keep on going, brother. I'm sorry. You go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
He's
no,
muted,
no,
y'all. I'm back, y'all.
nothing to apologize about. I just wanted. I didn't. I'm pointing out the flaw in it, right? To
Mhm.
where like that's something that we can fix tomorrow. Like the brother said, we got 1 trillion buying power or whatever. What if we just took, you know, a 25% of that and invested it in ourselves? Right? We could create the mechanisms to make it self-sustaining and get a bigger piece of the pie without trying. You know what I'm saying? If we would simply spend money with each other. But we have to start small and think big. You know what I'm saying? Start small, think big. That's the best business principle. I got a whole like lecture series on this. You know what I'm saying? So uh that's why I tend not to throw my weight around. I'm just saying, in general, the
Right.
main problem is we have to learn how to spend money with each other and be excellent in business so that people will keep coming back. That's
Yo,
the
what's this
idea.
bro? What's his brother name? Bro Rob. Bro Rob.
Yeah.
Bro Rob. I'm gonna subscribe to you, bro, when I get a chance.
Okay.
Peace, peace, peace,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold, DJ. Yo, so go subscribe to the go subscribe to each other now, and also subscribe to my brother Israel, and the one and only, the underrated one, underrated darkness, DJ.
Nehemiah Israel YouTube, bro. I'm gonna subscribe, bro.
All right. DJ Charm, you
Oh
heard
man, what's going on, man? Y'all, Nehemiah and Bro Rob already know how I get down. I just want to play the devil advocate, man.
What up, DJ?
Hey, what's
Like
going
that.
on, y'all? Hey, what's going on? Yeah, but I heard him talking about the Mexican analogy. That would have made me say, man, I want to get on the talk because I use that, but then I use it jokingly, but I be serious when I talk to our community. It's like that the Mexican analogy he just did. I want to prove something right now. To We always talk about supremacy and stuff like that, and who got the foot on whose neck or whatever. When it's time to build a home, we can have all the knowledge and being blacksmiths, all kind of different craftsmen, construction workers and stuff, and so on
Yes,
and so
sir.
forth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And, so when by us knowing that we could do this kind of stuff, but when it's time to build a house, and the house will say, okay, we want to build me $1 million home, and other than me spending $100,000 with my brother, cause he know how the game go, he know I ain't gonna be able to play him out of money. I can spend 50,000 with the Mexican. Now the Mexican may not work for me no more, cause he ain't stupid neither. He just know he know where he trying to go. See, that's the thing about it. We ain't made a debt line. We ain't made a goal line. It ain't that we ain't trying to work. We just don't have a goal line.
But you
If
know
we
what?
had a
I can say hypocrisy on that too. You want to hear it?
on the goal line,
No, whatever you say, I can say hypocrisy on that.
on
Number,
yeah, what I mean by the goal line though, like to
no,
say, okay, if we got a little, if we got like all of
I
us on this, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
understand you talking about the goal line, but I'm not talking about the goal line right now. I'm gonna talk
Oh,
about hypocrisy through this.
oh,
Number
oh,
one, number one of any union, there's no other black, no other person had never been in charge of a union. Number two, the last person that taught us about labor, that A. Philip Randolph, and you see what they did to him. They demised him. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about in the 40s, but almost 30 years later, when he was at the civil rights movement, how they made him small. And so we have to understand again about legislation.
right.
A lot of us, we don't know how to fight. We
We
do
scared
not
to
know.
play the game. We got to keep it all the way 100 too. We scared to play the game.
We do not
The
know
game of
how to
life. It's like this underrated darkness. If I said this right here, JT, I say 501c3, right? Everybody who listening to your live and some of the people on the panel, oh hell no, brother, don't do it. Man, you got to play the game of America. Some of us got to go through that fire and cross and be like, I put it like this. We talking about Omarosa. She was a sellout for real, but the thing about it, if we had a true one to play that, like, man, I'm finna go ahead and beat up print. I'm finna take this fire so I can be at the White House at their table. Now, when I'm at their table, y'all motherfucker don't make me look stupid. But we don't have that. We don't have that. We don't be telling our folks.
Man, talk that talk, caller.
Man,
Talk
it's
that
like
talk.
it's like
Real shit
we
right
no,
there.
like put it like
yeah,
this. Out of
understand
all of us, put it like this. If polite was if brother polite was saying he wanted to be a politician and all that shit, how many niggas would get behind him because he know how to talk that motherfucking talk, but he don't want to play the game, and so we try to find another one to play the game. Who the next nigga play? Damn, Umar know how to talk that talk too, but he don't want to play. Like, which one of you niggas gonna play the game of saying,
Real
okay,
talk. Which
we
one
talk
y'all really want to
we
play the
gonna have
fucking game?
an organization, and somebody got to be our motherfucking voice inside of this White House. Somebody got to be our voice inside
Yes.
of this police union.
understand
Somebody
that.
got to be our voice. So like
Yep.
we got a whole lot of voices, but somebody got to step up.
Understand that, but see, this is my thing too. And we better understand this because sometimes
Niggas is getting hits. They not getting fucking reality.
understand this. We get emotional. It even includes me too. We gotta do this and that. But see, this is the key. We don't know how to adopt to play a different role, a different game to win. Because we played this first the four times, all four at the same time. We not winning. And
I'm
I'm
on the
sorry.
ground.
I'm
I'm on
playing
the
the
ground.
same way.
I'm on the
I want
ground,
to
yo.
listen.
It's
I want
soldier
our people
mentality
to
with
win.
me, yo.
I get what you're saying, but I want our people to win. I am sick and tired of being the same race that I run the 50 I'm running a 50-yard dash, but when I get to 25, there's people that come from there and still winning. When are we going to sit down and like Brother Rob got an idea, DJ Chong got an idea, you got an idea? Cause this is what I'm. You know why we ain't winning? Because a lot of us want to be damn leaders instead of team players. And I'm gonna keep emphasizing that.
And our strength is weak too. Our strength is weak on that, JT.
I don't mind being a team player. If y'all three brothers,
we go back to distracted. We go back to distracted, bro. That's what we do.
If you three got the best idea, and then we follow that to enhance our right to be part of the human race, so be it. But I'm just saying, we gotta stop. We gotta switch up these race. We gotta switch up our mindset.
I'm talking about for real. Let me say this, JT. My brother, my blood brother. He he got a little thing on YouTube called Trap House Atlanta. It's doing good for him and all that. But I'm talking to him about, I'm like, man, you know, I just got this new house, so I'm trying to get this trade line and just do some stuff through my business. What's your credit like? And this, that, and third. Oh no, man, I ain't doing that with my credit. But I don't want my name attached to that. Then I asked my other homeboy the same shit. Oh, well, I don't want my name attached to that. Hell no. But I'm like, how stupid? I ain't really trying to call them stupid because they get money, they look nice, they got jewelry on, they got cars and cribs and stuff like that, but they really don't understand the thing of if you got that credit line going.
They don't understand the unity. They don't understand the commitment. They don't understand.
Yeah, how to use that thing. Like, well, if you got that, you doing your little thing. You doing your little thing for YouTube, and it's doing good. You got 1 million views. Congratulations to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if you had a trade line going, you can buy more cameras via your trade line. You can get to building. You can get more stuff via your trade line, and you know what I'm saying? You can get loans and stuff for what you're doing via your trade line. You know,
and you can get your money back with the right unity.
You know what I'm saying? But the only thing, you know, I commend him because he say, man, you know, I'm out here in the streets, man, and the best way I can give back to the community is just put the camera in front of these kids, give them something to do, so they'll be looking for the next episode and the next episode, and they don't mind going to work because they know that they're gonna be on the next episode and the next episode, and it's helping them stay sane. I said, okay, that's cool. But the thing about it is, if you had a 501c3 and stuff like that, then these states and these governments will fund you doing these films. They would love that. The thing about it is, like we talk about Chicago and shit like that. Let somebody say, okay, my studio is open up for the public. These kids if your ass in school and you got a good grade, you got free studio time. You can get you a free video shot. You can actually learn how to shoot video, and you can learn how to be the engineer. We doing it for the community. All you got to do is go to school. A lot of them kids gonna beat their ass in school and can't wait to line up to go to somebody's studio. The same thing for a child that want to learn how to work on cars, and the one that want to learn how to build houses. You know, but the thing about it, we have to be extended and be able to express ourselves to say, but I want to expose you to what credit is. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, to say every time you hear about credit, especially from the black person, they talking about, shit, pay me and I can repair your credit. And niggas like, damn, I want my credit repaired. Yeah, I'll pay you, bro, what it is. And not knowing somebody, he finna take control of you. He finna take advantage of you because you don't really know what it is. And he ain't explaining to you that, hey, bro, I can tell you, get you start you a secure credit card and keep paying on it for 3-4 months. Then you build your credit up, and then you do the next. He ain't telling you XYZ, which is free to say. That shit is free to say. You know what I'm saying? And you can get a man. You can start a man about his way, and he can be more of a man's. But so when we look at our community, and you say, "Damn, man, bro, got a lawnmower over there. I can use his lawnmower, and I can cut all these yards over here, and I can make me some money." But you ain't doing that, and the next thing you know, the Mexican is getting hired to cut the yard because they exposing each other to how to get that money, and not even complaining about shit. I know that the average fee is 100, but as long as we take the 40 and we do it a couple of times, we closer to 100 than that. You know, so
okay, I understand that. Okay, brother Nehemiah and brother Rob, y'all continue the conversation.
Yeah, them brothers speaking passionately. Like I said, it's trying to go toward that accountability, but there's so much passion and emotion involved in those conversations, those analogies. Like the brother Black was saying about his his environment and with his family and the market down there, because we're all in the market. You understand? And it really boils down to, like you said, the hypocrisy of us and our unity, where we lack that, and we lack, like you said, assets management. We lack, understanding how business works and how social, how social is involved. It's hand in hand. But I wanted to jump in while they were speaking. What came to mind was this little quote I got sitting up here. I don't even know who wrote it, but it seems apropos for what we're talking about. And it says, when you need a savior, and that's what the brother was saying. He say, this person over here got it, this person over here got it, this person over here. Who gonna represent us? It says, when we need a savior, look for a system. And that's that political philosophies, sophistication, and these conversations need to take place. Like he said, you can listen to Brother Polite, you can listen to Umar. They got the information, but where is it at when it comes to being disseminated to the people? Where the answer at? Where you remove that personality, you have a system. It says, people come with too much baggage. And that's the end of that quote. It says, when you need a savior, look for a system, not a person. People come with too much baggage. So it speaks to, like I said, this thing here that levels the playing field, this technology. I'm not sure if you're engaged with the that social media thing that you put in. I'm gonna go check that out, JT. But I imagine that's kind of where we at. And I'm gonna fall back, like I said. I just wanted to throw that little thing there on DJ Black, what he was trying to get at.
Yo, Nehemiah, salute. Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing what JT said. Like, I gotta go check that out. JT, say it again what you was talking about as far as like who we need to go and see, who I need to go and see. Like,
this is the last upload. This is the last upload. Social media, how it's affecting our lives. We should not let it do as much or something like that. I'm not sure. The last upload.
You want the title? Hold on. You want? I'll give you the title right now. And then I want to chime into that, brother, because I want to ask the question of the legislation of Trump, what he into, and the hypocrisy of the
politics,
the Republicans. But what y'all think of the hypocrisy of that? I know y'all have watched the news and everything, and what do you think about that? It could go to anybody. Brother Ron, I want you to chime into that. Then we go hit Ronald Figley. Then we get back,
Yeah, no doubt. We are in a Watergate moment. I don't know if everybody realized that we really ain't been talking about Trump as much on the last couple of weeks, but this is a Watergate moment. I mean, impeachment is it's a real thing, and I mean, it hasn't happened in history a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a significant period of time in history, that we living in. All right, so to just kind of contrast it,
bro Rob, I'm not looking for the war, but I feel like it's intimate.
The war?
Yo, dog, I don't trust nobody to deal with Donald Trump.
I'm not. I get what you're saying, and I don't trust Donald Trump. I hope I'm not transmitting that in any way. I'm not with Trump at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm with us.
Man, come on, y'all keep it 100. Trump making money, man. What? All right, let me do it like this. Let me ask y'all like this. That wall, right? The wall. So say for instance, we building the wall, right? Both sides of that wall got to be built, and correct. So you got America side got to be built, and the Mexico side got to be built. Who gonna build that? American civilians and Mexico civilians. We talking about a few $1 billion around here now. So that wall got to be built. Then the road got to be built. So you got to have some real craftsmen to build the road. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas gonna bid for that contract. Not only the roads got to be built, we talking about the wall got to be built on both sides, the road got to be built on both sides. Then you got to have, it's gonna take a while to do that. So the gas stations, you got to put some gas stations up, and you got to make some makeshift little houses on both sides. Then you got to make sure little houses on both sides. A few miles out, you know what's gonna happen. They gonna put some more convenience stores and some more apartments because more workers
Break
coming.
it down, bro. Break
You know
it
what I'm saying?
down.
So it's like it's about money. It's not even about. It's not about a person. And we make it. Oh, we want to stop the. See, now we talk about illegal aliens and stuff, illegal people coming in. You can say, okay, maybe they may bring in some flowers and stuff like that, and plants and shit that'll fuck up our ecosystem. Our nigga already get measles and all that stuff. So I understand that from both sides, from all people in America. Say, hold up on the illegal immigrant, cause they bring stuff over here, and we ain't going too in depth about the stuff that may change the ecosystem that they can bring over here via their fruits and stuff to help them survive. You know, that help their bodies get along in life. So, and then they get to planting that shit in the insects and stuff intervene with our insects. You know, so that's a whole nother conversation. But that wall itself, we talking about that money. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about that money, bro, it's too much money involved. You know, you got black contractor, white contractor, Chinese contractors, and so many other.
Damn, you digging into Minota mines right now. The mines of Minota and shit like that. You gotta zoom in on that shit to understand it. Like that's crazy, yo.
Right. But if we ain't looking at it from that aspect, we only looking at a wall, we looking at a person, and we individualizing it with Donald Trump. Other than, man, it ain't just Donald Trump who came up with that goddamn idea. Yeah, put it like this: people already call him a moron. He's stupid. It is that and the third. So he gonna come up with an economically finna residually pay his family for the rest of their life, their grandchildren for the rest of their life. He came up with that idea by himself. He came up with that wall by his damn self. He didn't do that. He ain't come up with that by himself. You know.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. The first live that I did, I put it in the chat, but I'm gonna read it. Why we let social media adjust our lives? Time to change.
Okay. Yeah, I got it now. I'm gonna check it out because I gotta go back to your stream and get it out. Did you put it in the link?
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Yeah, because I can't even see comments right now.
Man,
I'm gonna hang out on my phone too.
Look. I understand what you're saying, brother, but it's more to it than just people making money. You know what I'm saying?
Get it to me, Rock. Get it to me.
I mean, it's a lot of history. It's a lot of moving parts, man. And I mean, where do we begin? You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying to you is that this is about to be a historical moment in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
politically, white folks is weak. And we can talk about who making money and and all of this type of. We could talk about a lot of different things. But me, I try to zero
They
in.
weak. They weak, bro, Rob. But get what, bro, Rob? Get what somebody I used to hear folks say in the conscious community years ago, and you probably remember too. When the house nigga say when master say I'm sick, he say we sick, boss. So that's the whole thing about the white person weak, and we know he weak, but because we got Jesse Lee Powell's, not just him, we all the way to Paris Denard. So you come out Jesse Lee Powell and Paris Denard, they got to be at least 40, 50 years apart. So you got to, and those are only two people. You got a whole lot of that going on. So we got to know that we sick boss dude, he still exists. And my question to you, Rob, is what do we do? Do we exterminate? How do we not exterminate? Because that's a real extreme word. How do we muffle that dude?
I want to speak on that, yo. We gotta get the bag. We gotta take the bag from them, bro. Period.
Okay,
that's the way I look at that shit.
Yeah, and the question gonna always be, how? Do you see what I mean? It's gonna always come back. It's always gonna come back to how.
You gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta crawl before you walk. Period.
And I mean that's great to say, but like you gotta get. So boom, that's where expertise and people that went to school for this type of thing. That's when we sit down and be humble enough to take their advice and run with it and see if it gonna work out. It's just that you know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
we
sir.
gotta get organized. You know what I'm
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
saying?
and at the
And
same
that's the problem. So it's
and
a
you,
quote. It's from Kwame Ture, Stokely Carmichael. And what he say is, if you organize a little bit, you get a little bit done. You
I'm a
organize a
soldier
lot,
first, yo.
you organize a lot, you get a lot done. But if you don't organize at all, you ain't gonna get nothing done. You know what I'm saying? And my concern is we do a lot of talking, and when it's time to do some shit, you know what I'm saying, people still caught up in talking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yep.
and you know, and I got to say this. Go more, on brother Rob. Point is this that how I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this because I'm gonna simplify this so people outside will understand. We got to stop being an illusion of ourselves. We got to stop having this self hypocritical mindset and stop looking at other nationalities. Oh, they doing it, so we can do it. No, we can't. We got to develop our game plan to win because they already got a game plan. That's white supremacy. It is not just the Europeans no more. They getting damn help. Excuse my language because I know the spiritual people there. They getting help.
Damn. Facts.
We have to understand. We no, because a lot of us we don't want to understand that. We don't want to. We don't want to learn about education. We don't want to learn about agriculture. We don't want to learn about nothing. Anything that we did, especially in USA, got to deal with economics and legislation. And until we understand that, we always going to be under the 8 ball. And my brother Nehemiah Israel, I want you to chime into that and the rest.
Yeah, you said it, JT. You know, Brother Rob was going in a direction that I was thinking, and like I had came on earlier and spoke on it, where the brother TOX said that, you know, back in the day when Nixon was impeached, you know, we had a saying where he had made a song that said, "We don't need Watergate, or you can have Watergate. Just give me some bucks and I'll be straight." So it fast forward to today, where the brother said, and this is what Ronald found amusing, saying that he said Donald Trump something other, and he was using Teddy Pendergrass instead of James Brown. He was using Teddy Pendergrass, saying that Donald Trump has got to go or something, and look like look like a presidential TKO.
TKO.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Ryan. So it's fast forward, you know, from then an impeachment, like he said, it's pretty critical now. But then, like we were also saying, like I said, even the commentary there was that he was God in this environment. Those people put him in place, or you know, he's Satan and he's ruling, you know, with his powers that Satan may have empowered him with. Now that's kind of a stretch, but you know, you can look into that. But there's a precept that come to mind when you guys, you know, go back and forth, what y'all were just talking about, and that was, you know, like Ronald say, they don't run shit. And I say, yeah, Ron, you know, I feel you, brother. You know,
Donald Trump is a Zionist.
yeah, and when Black jumped off, DJ Black, before he jumped off, he was talking about how you know, how do you, he said he didn't want to use that strong word being eradicate, but it is one of those situations. Again, the precept that came to mind for me was, and it's in the book, you know, I'm a
Okay.
Israelite, so I'm always,
Okay.
I got something to reach in that bag, in that book,
Yo,
as you say.
dog, I'm the same way,
It's
yo.
it all.
You ain't said nothing but a
Is,
chicken wing.
they run it, but we want to run it with them. It's that simple. You
Pretty
know,
much.
they run it, but we want to run it with them. So that's what
Pretty much.
that thing has been going, you know, on and on. So it ain't about, you know, knocking nobody out the box, but we want to, you know, be able to run our show. We want to,
Get
like the
that
brother
bag.
say,
Get that
yeah,
bag for our people.
yes, sir.
And,
Like,
right,
yeah.
right, exactly. And then go more on Nehemiah Israel because Nehemiah Israel, you brought out a good point because you struck a nerve in my brain cell. I have to let you know. Even brother Rob, you struck a nerve. because I did a live stream about status and how status has hurt us. And I want people in the chat, look for that, and even people in the channel, and you will know what I'm talking about. And that is our damn problem. No, that is curse. And that's our problem. It's like we like a certain standard to meet the credentials to mobilize as a people instead of what we talking tonight. Our people learn that.
Unity.
Our people learn that. It doesn't make a difference you poor. It doesn't make a difference that you middle class. And it doesn't make a difference that you rich. You are melanin. At the end of the day, our people in every way is still oppressed. So how are we going to take each of our resources and work together? That's what I'm all about. Forget
running to the man. Run to yourself.
Yes, like I said, don't take everybody. Just a few courageous souls,
just a few that wants to do it. Exactly.
Like they say, it ain't for everybody. It's not for those who need it, but those who want it. So, it really does take a lot more of what we're doing on a scale where we can remove our personalities from the game and have a system, as that quote says, that anybody can have access to and work within. You understand?
Start from the bottom, and now we here. You know what I mean? Like start from the bottom, and now we here.
It's a we program, right? It ain't exactly. It ain't no big eyes, little U's, that kind of thing. When he's talking about that status, where I'm Dr. Umar, I'm polite. No, man, you just one of us. You understand? Right. It's not
pretty much
just coming out to be socialist. So there are gains and measures, and you do get double article with doing double work, doing double service, doing double in that regard. Not necessarily. That's why I say we got to get real sophisticated with our political philosophies and our ideologies and so forth, where it becomes real seamless and that it's not.
I'm going through that shit right now, bro. I'm going through that exact shit right now. You can allow people to come into your life, but you don't allow people to control your life.
Yes, that's it.
And go more on that point too. And Brother Rob, I want you to chime into this too. That we have to understand that we got to stop adopting these oppressed sayings. If I can do it, you can do it. If I could put up my bootstraps, you can. No. That's holding us back. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop this
the underrated darkness. Get the strap, and I'm out.
All right.
Peace, Ronald. Have a good one, man.
Salute.
Salute to you. And Brother Rob, I want you to chime into this.
I just say, going back to in terms of ground level stuff that we can do. I'm glad that you want to talk about the midterm elections. That's going to be focused on local politics. Yeah. We have to understand how economics play a huge role in politics. You know what I'm saying? And then economics play a huge role in the way that the law is written and the way that the law is enforced. That's all that flow from economics. You know what I'm saying? But your economics is more of a social thing than a monetary thing. That's what people got to understand. So I'm gonna give you an example, real life example, right? If I make some jeans and then you got some rocks right next to mine, right? Are you gonna pick the jeans that Brother Rob made, or are you gonna pick them rocks? You gonna always get the rocks or the Levi's. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a name. So in your mind, even though mine's made out of denim, theirs made out of denim, they sold theirs with thread. I sold mine with thread. You know what I mean? They got a zipper, I got a zipper. but
Mm-hmm.
in your mind, you feel like that's higher quality than me. And so
Right.
because of that, you're gonna pay that 150% markup where I'm not gonna even be able to stay in business. Once we overcome that one little flaw, that one little, and the principle, the business principle is it's just a colloquialism people throw around all of the time. The white man's ice is colder. You know what I'm saying? Once we
Mm-hmm.
get over that, man, everything gonna be all good. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I feel like it's happening. It's gonna be a process. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect for it to happen overnight. I mean, I'm not naive, but it is a process, and we have to overcome that. Once we overcome that, everything else gonna be all good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. But what do you think about the hypocrisy I said of the businesses of our community?
Um,
And I want you to, I still want you to want you and brother Israel to stick with economics because I think that at times what I see that we think that we know the relationship of economics that coincides with our family, our culture, and stuff. And I just want to talk about hypocrisy of it, please. Anybody, it goes in. It goes,
man,
Yeah. I mean, I understand Brother Rob's address about having a business, and if you got a business and they not shopping with you, you ain't got nothing. You know, because we know how the black business can look. You know, just like the unity thing. I did an upload. You know, I haven't done one in a while, but I did one the other day where the brother was having a unity rally. He was trying to engage the folks on the west side, and that's when this viral video that went off about the 15-year-old that was shot here in Chicago. They say the police shot him. Well, I was right around the corner from that. And at the same time, simultaneously, we were trying to have a unity rally. But I was supporting the brother TOX here on the west side. He go all nationwide, though, with Ceasefire, and he's still engaged in an initiative of violence interrupted. I know this brother from way back, like I said, over 30 years. But the businesses that, as we all know, again, like I said, that's where my study is at. That's where my background is at, is in business. And so it's not a color thing, certainly, but it is, a fine meshing or joining together of communities. How where like they talk about the outliers, but in the core sense, like the brother saying, you need to shop with your folks until you get to the point where you can be competitive. At least, so we can have some of these. I forget the term where it speaks of how uh, cause we know in business, they have these what we call barriers, where it's hard to enter into certain businesses because the barriers are too high or what have you. And then you have these, other, tools they use to, stifle your business, such as tariffs, you know, tariffs. Again, I can't, again, this stuff is not coming to me fluently because I'm kind of rusty at it, speaking business in these terms. But certainly, like you say, the hypocrisy is that we got businesses, but they're not being shopped at. And we don't have the competitive advantages that our, competitors have, or what have you. Uh, like you said, if you're gonna give the Mexican $50, and you got a guy that can do it for 100 that tend to be black, that's where the challenge is at. And that tool will be very effective to get this core community up
right.
to par so that we can, what's that term I'm thinking of? I can't think of it, whereby it's a balancing act. it's a balancing act where everything becomes equal, but you got to get to that point to engage, to have that competitive advantage. And that's all. And when it comes to business, I don't care what school of business you go to, if you don't understand competitive advantage, you're not engaging, you're not speaking on business. But yeah, the it's real in that, like I said, and like I said, the brother when he spoke about business and about politics and about government and about law and about education, that brought up that Dr. Claude Anderson, five pillars or whatnot, because that's kind of where I thought he was going, but he spoke it enough that where he could make it his own and his stand on the whole economy or the issue with the crisis in our community. Like I said, it's not that we don't have resources because you got Joe Blow over here could build a house. Blood over here is a great attorney. This guy over here, but if we don't do it together socially, do it within the core of the communities, not the outliers, not the engaging, loving your neighbor kind of thing, but certainly within yourself. It's an internal address. It's an internal address that we struggling with. So, but yeah, go ahead and finish my thought up there, brother Rob. I know you already know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, me, I'm just so focused on us trying to get to the ground level so that we can see that where we at.
Like you
So
said, that local, right?
yeah, and see the term that I always try to get people to focus on is called social mobility, right?
Mm.
Social mobility will show you where you can go from whatever tax bracket that you in realistically to whatever tax bracket potentially you can get to with your education, with your environment, with the market that you live in, things of that nature, right? All of those things can be controlled. Social mobility is a controlled thing. So, what am I saying? What I'm saying is, in essence, society is creating the characters that is holding us back. We have to create like a new plant, a new manufacturing facility for new characters. You see what I'm saying? Because society already producing Junebug and them that shoot up the club. It's already producing Suzy Q that can't stay out the club. You know what I'm saying? And Raheem them that pop pills. And where's the Raheem that go to Harvard? You know what I'm saying? Where's the Rikisha that graduate from Brown? You see what I mean? We need to produce some new characters, and we gonna produce them specifically for the problems that we facing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, ultimately, that's
You have that already, though. Then you really expound on the fact that we have those resources, but they need to be
yeah,
internalized. We already have those
yeah,
resources, so
yeah. And I'm gonna do a stream coming up here, and I'm gonna jump out here and make my platform known. Like we have to create the mechanisms so that kids can believe that they successful. Now,
Mm.
us old fogies, right? Think about it for a second. Some kids have never known another president other than Barack Obama, and now it's Donald Trump. Imagine how they view the presidency now. You know what I'm saying? But in their mind, they feel like I'm a black man. I can be a president. Like, what is everybody tripping on? You see what I'm saying? In their mind, that's what they gonna say. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But in our mind, we know that that was a great accomplishment and everything, but it wasn't nothing but a symbol. Like the brother said, we have to create the systems. We got to move away from the symbols now, and now we got to create the systems to where that we can reproduce another Barack Obama. We can reproduce another, what I'm saying, strong businessman like a Oprah Winfrey or Ava Devine or what I'm saying, some of these people that's been highly successful. Another the man that we wear, Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? That man got his own. He can produce a movie from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? That was unheard of when we were shorties. Now it's a black man that can do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, specifically to Chicago, man, brother, this a union city. It's never gonna change. That ain't gonna change. This a union city. So what do we have to do, right? Take advantage of the governor breaking up the unions and then try to create some mechanisms to where we can continue to make the money, whether they reform the unions or not. You see what I mean? What that's gonna do? That's gonna create some jobs, create the need for schools, create the need for teachers, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. That's how it
Right.
becomes self-sustaining. You have to start from the bottom. You have to think about the end in mind. It's just that we got a unique opportunity right now because everybody's so politically weak. The mayor of Chicago politically weak, the governor of the state of Illinois politically weak, and the president of the United States politically weak. And what are we doing? Talking about the problems we got instead of organizing. That's my only issue.
Right. You got, but I mean, at the same time, my opinion that you have to like at least start with the youth. You know what I'm saying? My son, 25, he about to get his master's in psychology next year. You know, then I look at like Umar Johnson. He said he ain't serious with it. So one thing I did, I made sure when I talked to my son about him doing it, be serious with it, like all the way serious with it. So now he finished school, he go into the workforce with it. He like dad. He thought he was gonna be sitting in the office, like people come to his office and he sit down with them and he tell them what it is and he write prescription. He didn't know he was gonna be standing in the middle of the hallway, somebody crying their damn eyes out their face. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't know that, you know. And I tell him, I say, oh boy, I said, you went to school, you wanted to be a psychology major. Like Umar John's talking about being a psychologist. But I said, you finna deal with some people who got some serious stuff going on with them. Now, you can go to school to be something else, but if that's your field, you feel like he's into the Bible real heavy. He preaches and stuff, got his little sermons that he do online on Wednesdays and stuff like that. And that's to help keep him sane with what he dealing with. I'm like, you gotta have faith in what you're doing because you stepped up to be a psychology major. But I only say that to say is that's I'm just an individual who had my son step up to do that. Other people have to have their children to say, you got to go be that lawyer. You got to go be that doctor. You got to finish school. You got to go, it's going to take a little while to do it, but you got to go do it. And if it ain't them, at least tell their friends to be the person. So you can start building up that community from right there. So at least inside of your lens, that community can be built. Where you saying when you do your barbecues, you can look at all the fruits that you put out there. Say, okay, I got a mechanic at my barbecue. I got a RN at my barbecue. I got a physician at my barbecue. I got a nutritionist at my. I got a politician at my barbecue. You got all these facets. But you have to start building it. Your that thing that you're talking about, that community, that conglomerate of success. We it's not. I put it like this: we have to do that. When you look at other races and stuff like that, they doing it already. Not all of them, because I know some Chinese folk who down bad. I know some crackers who down bad. So, you know, it is not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of them, the majority of those other races know how to come together successfully, and not only come together successfully, they can look at their children as teenagers and say 10 years from now, 20 years from now, y'all gonna be this and y'all gonna do y'all, and y'all can do that, and we can have this type of power. And they making it happen. So 10, 15 years from now, when they children finishing school and stuff, they already got them set up to be at these places. They already got the facility. They've been working on them and all that stuff. So we have to do it now, and we can't wait till next year and still be talking about the same thing. The black community ain't got this. The black community ain't got that. Because it's like, if you said that this year and then come back to a year later and you still saying that, the question that people gonna ask you is, well, why haven't you started it? Because it was your idea. You want people to water your idea, and it's your idea. So that's why I say whenever when we what we doing, a lot of the stuff that we doing and the solutions we come up with, we have to actually be the person to put that thing together and be proud about what we put together. I'll be proud about the fact that my son had finished school and married, and you know what I'm saying, and got a cool little thing that passionate about life, which is helping people. So he went to school for psychology to help people. So and it's like, okay, so that's for me, and I'm just one person. And so when I look around at other people, and I can see that some other people do it for their children too. But the thing about it is, we miles apart, and our children can't link up. But guess what, though? It's some more people inside of your city you can link your kid up with.
Yeah, that's cool. That's all right. Yeah, but I'm gonna say this in it because I'm gonna bring the red Aaron Collins in and everything. I'm gonna put this out that it's this that, and I know people be saying that, and I'm going talking about the hypocrisy mindset that we have as a people. Conversations like this, sometimes it does get a little emotional, but I know for me that it's not happening. There's a lot of us is being quiet, and I'm not talking about just mistakenly, but you're premeditated. We being quiet. We do not like to work with each other. We think wherever resources we have, I'm not going to give it to the ones that the voices one really need. I'm going to give it to ones that already have. That is not the way anymore. That is not the way. And in the people who act like this, they need to get the hell out the way and let people like us that we talking about it and mobilize as a people. And there's a whole lot of hypocrisy mindsets in our community for a very long time. The famous and not so famous. And the real Eric Collins, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you, brother. And I want y'all to talk about that. I want y'all to chime into that. Please. Yeah. Because it's hurting our community right this minute. And that's the sad thing about it, our kids is become that. So y'all go ahead, brothers. Thanks for listening.
I want to just build on what the brothers ended with, and that what I was talking about, that resources, like you said, having that barbecue where you have, the community of folk, like-minded folk sitting together at the table, just being, modern citizens, like you said, send his son to school, get his degrees, but he has to go out there and engage in economies and businesses that don't necessarily put him in his proper place, and he wind up being underutilized. But that's the gamut of our society. This like I said, when we're not sophisticated politically and economically to have our businesses where we can employ our youth that come out of these schools, they wind up in a system that they get underutilized in. And at best, because they just practicing what they practicing. They teaching them what they teaching, but like they say, the enemy's not going to teach you enough to take over their system. So that was just an edification for that son of yours, and that's what you'll find. I think when you find guys like Dr. What's his name, JT brother, the doctor, the guy that Boyce Watkins, sit all those years in corporate America, and they decide to go out there and do their own thing. And you'll find that in almost all of us that come in, weary of building up systems for other folk, our folk catching hell. That's that big crisis that is in our community. Not that we don't have the resources, not that we don't have the best of the best, but we tend to go build it for other folks. We'll go over there and build up their communities, like you said. And that's kind of been our tradition. Slave. If you want to start with the slave, mentality, doing for others before you even do for yourself. But we should certainly, reverse that. And this happening slowly but surely, but it seems that we need to pick up our pace, in terms of, like you said, JT, we need to wake up enough folk, enough to create that mass, that critical mass that's necessary to, as I was saying, trying to find that term, which is diminishing the returns, where we invest so much and we don't get no gains from it. But we certainly need to invest enough to get to even to the point where we can get some gains. It's the opposite of diminishing returns, so we even got to get to that to, like you say, wake up enough folks where they speak in their voice, speak in their speak, as the brothers say, speak your speak. So enough folk need to sound off, you know, to like we did back in the day, say it loud, I'm going to cry. We need to sound off, you know,
Mm-hmm.
socially, politically, economically, and on and on and on. But I see the brother, the real Aaron Collins. I never sat on a paddle with him, but I have people out there speaking your speak, brother. So I'm going to mute and let you come on in. Grace and peace, brother.
Okay.
What's happening,
Brother
brothers? How
Nate.
you doing? Yeah, I'm enjoying the topic. One of the things I heard you said, one of the brothers saying, I think it was you, Israel. You were mentioning earlier that how, because I'm from Chicago too, the South Side, and how you mentioned that the incentive for a lot of these youngsters to go to, if you get good grades in school, you can come in there, learn to make a music video and stuff. Man, I love hearing stuff like that because I live in Los Angeles now, and I'm into filmmaking. That's why I'm into independent filmmaking, and that's like for you when you said that, it just took me back to, man, when I was first just getting interested in that field. I wish some incentive like that was available for me when I was growing up. I mean, youngsters today, they don't realize it, but they actually got it easy. They really do. They have all kinds of stuff in place. They can put a YouTube channel out, and they can get paid off their channel. They can get it monetized and everything. I mean, there's a platform specifically designed for content creators to get paid off their content called Patreon, and they could do that. I mean, it's really the sky's the limit. I mean, the opportunities are just literally limitless.
Right. That
Uh-huh.
was me talking about that because the thing is, like, I actually practice that here in Atlanta. That's what I do.
Right.
I actually do that. Like, folks say, what you do for the community? I say, when I look at my little homie, you can put him on Instagram right now. He's into the Bible just like me and Nehemiah. He may not be as deep as us because we way older. But when I see him, he say, hey, Unc, I just got my first gold plaque. I
Okay.
said, you got to go, you got many more to come, young man. And I'm proud of that. I can put it on my Instagram. This is one of my students. This
You
is
said
one of
Atlanta,
the,
right?
yeah, I'm in Atlanta. Yeah.
So, do you know Cheryl Reynolds or Hotep?
Cheryl Reynolds. I don't know Cheryl Reynolds. No, I'm not familiar with them.
Cheryl Reynolds, she has a platform called Urban Media Makers. It's like a film festival, a black film festival that happens annually. And there's
Oh
this
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah. I
brother.
know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I know
I
her.
don't know
There's
them.
this
I
other
heard of
cat
them.
out there. There's another cat out there who goes by the name of Hotep. He's like known as Black Hollywood or something. Yeah, I heard about him in '06. He does a lot of stuff in the industry. But yeah, that's good though.
That's how I say it has to be. Like the when I was
Yeah,
talking about the barbecue earlier, like I got another barbecue I'm about to have come up. I got two
yeah,
partners. They both sell cars. One of them got a tow truck, but he don't want to pay a tow truck bill as for having a
right,
tow truck company. The
right,
other
right.
one got a car. Other one said he got cars on his lot, but he don't have a person. He say, man, I need a tow truck. But he can't afford a tow truck. I said, you know what? This is the purpose of these barbecues. Organically, you just got your tow truck driver. Organically, he just had his tow truck business incorporated with his car hauling business, by default of a barbecue.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
they could come together. Yeah.
Right, and it's like now that money we talking about, that circulate money, there it is right there. That's that circulate money. It's like my man, he online right now. He doing film, and the person say they into film. Why not reach out to JT and say, JT,
Yeah,
the guy that came on your live and he say he in LA, he do film. Can you link me up with him so I can have a contact in LA when I go out to LA and I can be able to move around in LA as far as my film concerned.
yeah.
Just that easy. But we have to be able to, like,
We can help each other out. Yeah,
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 it can help each other, and we can become that billionaire community, that $1 trillion community that we talk
yeah,
about that we are. We can it actually can see. I don't know. I don't know how many people, but I'm into the metaphysics stuff. I've been
yeah,
getting
yeah.
into it lately, so I've been like indulging into like polite. I don't dig him when he be flexing and stuff, but the
Yeah,
conversation
polite,
of
polite
metaphysics.
something else, ain't he?
Yeah. He's something else. But some of the conversations about stuff manifesting is true because
Yeah,
I see it manifest when I how I operate. I be seeing. I'm like, oh, bro, that's say this young man is on it right here. He growing up into that adult that we wanted him to be 10 years ago. He was a kid
yeah.
10 years ago. Now he growing into that person we want him to be. You
It's
know.
a guy,
And
yeah, and
Well,
Tariq is out here. Tariq Nasheed's out here, and he's got a lot of connections. I mean, matter of fact, Hidden Colors 5 is coming out, and if you look at the production quality of that, I mean, man, we
yeah,
could
he
do that.
growing up too. He growing up because at first it was just a DSLR camera and a little edit. He growing up too. But my thing is before a white person step in, they be like, "Man, Tariq Nasheed, you got these white folk editing your stuff and this, that, and the third. Put a bid in, because just like my man said, he working on Hidden Colors 5. How many black film editors are putting their bid in to be an editor on that squad?
Exactly, because that's one of the things I do, and you know what? That's a good thing. That's a good point. First of all, I want to give a shout out, give honor where honor is due to my brother, Underrated Darkness, JT. Appreciate you inviting me on to the panel, my brother. I wasn't, I
I
wanted to say
appreciate
hello
you.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it been a minute. It been a minute. The last time that we've been on the panel together, where it was on
I think it was
information.
Information Man.
It was a while back. But I want to ask you a question. You born and raised in Chicago, right?
Uh-huh.
And I understand. Okay. I want you to talk about the hypocrisy what's going on in Chicago and throughout of our community. Because you know why I asked that question? I asked it because you know what? Because there's quite a few black people, and I'm not saying that we cannot articulate what's going on in our community, because we do. And I don't want to let people know, oh, you talking. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about I want people outside to know. Excuse me, even in the chat, what's the hypocrisy really going on in Chicago, brother? Because we have to know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? As far as all these killings and stuff going on, because I was just in Chicago recently. I personally don't see that it is that bad. I mean, Chicago's got just the same issues as any other major city, and it's not the killing machine that the media is making it out to be. And as far as all this other stuff, I was looking at Phil from the Advice Show, and he had a real good point with something. He was saying that if you notice, a lot of these killings always seem to happen around the holiday or around a certain time of year, and not to mention he did another video where he showed that how some of these white supremacists have these hyper realistic masks where they could look like one of us and then go in and just start popping off at folks, and then all of a sudden don't nobody know what happens, and then the first ones they want to blame is Pookie and Ray Ray in the hood, and I'm like, I can see that. But as far as them to say that, oh yeah, they're killing folks in Chicago. I was born and raised on the South Side all my life. True enough, Chicago has been a gangster city, but not like the Chirac they make it out to be. And then I'm from the very neighborhood where they wanted to put that debate truck and stuff like that. It's all entrapment. I'm from Inglewood, and
Right.
they want to make it seem like that we just a bunch of out of control Negroes that need to be locked away. Nothing could be further from the truth. There's some good people living in Inglewood. I mean, my parents still live over there, so yeah. And as far as I mean, I don't know much about him because I grew up under Daley, but this cat Rahm Emanuel, I'm really starting not to trust him too much. I mean, he's got another agenda. I can see it.
Yeah, he was never. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you remember, brothers, he under Obama. And listen, and I know people go like you picking on about when Obama's in office. I'm talking about 2 elections. We sent him into office, record breaking. First election is like towards the mid 90%. Second one, almost 100%. And at times we didn't get none out. Now, people could talk about the stimulus and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. That's regional to me. And Emmanuel was part of that. And so I knew that he wasn't going to stay because he always had a dream to be the mayor of Chicago. So he was never really into really the appointment that President Obama had given him. And I want you, especially I want my brother Nehemiah Israel and Aaron Collins to chime to that, please. And DJ Chong.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about too. Cause he was on the committee, on Obama's committee or something like that. And the thing is that I don't think the city has been his top priority. I mean, think about it. What's that youngster's name? Laquan McDonald was murdered by the Chicago police under his watch, and I still don't think there's been any resolve with that. And not to mention, it was a few years back. He sent a whole bunch of Chicago police officers to help out with some Democratic National Convention all the way in another state. And that right there was already suspect. I mean, why are you sending your officers that's supposed to be guarding your own city away to help out with the quell this disarray and stuff in another city and state for? I mean, you got your own city to deal with. There's something very suspect about that. Now you need to get some order back in your own town instead of sending them away. And I know Daley wasn't exactly a saint himself, but with Daley, at least you knew where he came from. You knew where he was standing. You know where he's standing. And I'm probably telling my age when I say this, but the best mayor that I know of in Chicago was bar none, hands down, was Harold Washington. So
you know what? And Brother Rob was talking about that too, one time.
Oh yeah, Harold Washington was the man. I mean, anytime when because I'm going back old school when you had this racist white dude named Ed Verdoliak was always trying to come at Harold, and Harold always shut him down every chance. He always shut him down. That's one reason why they didn't like Harold Washington, because he could see through their bullshit, and he always shut them down, and he did it with a swag that only he could do.
Hmm. You know, it's so funny that you talk about it. I know people want to hear of May Giuliani. 911. They called me back in 2001. They called him 911 America's mayor. This is the same person had murdered us in the 90s. That part of that Patriot Act, you talking about the Clintons and all like that, he want to enforce that in the early 90s. This is the person that they say he locked up some markers. Did, but us as smelling people, he make our lives hell. I know, I was born and raised in New York. I seen it. I felt it. So when 911 happened in 2001. They make it like he's the best mayor ever. That is your job.
You talking about Giuliani?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is your job.
Well, you know Giuliani is on Trump's attorney now, right?
Me a clown attorney? That's what you talking about? He's a clown.
Oh, I can believe it, but he's
He is a clown.
Trump's attorney.
See what I didn't mean to cut you off, and then my Israel, I want you to jump into this too, because it's globe. This happened like nationally. You know, this fool, he don't even know that he digging a bigger hole for that Orange Crush 45. He don't even have a goddamn clue that I hear on TV that they could take his license away. And he don't care. He want to put a spin around it and all that. And trust me, despite how this oppressed system is, Special Counsel Mueller is looking at Giuliani very closely. So don't be surprised if Giuliani keep it up like this. He gonna get called in, and he had to answer some questions, and he had to go to them judges and say, you said this, you know, there's a code. You ain't following that code. So the further he talking, the worse he gonna make it for Trump, Orange Crush 45, and himself. Y'all can chime in.
Yeah, it's basically like the walls are closing in. So only time will tell. Because bottom line, I guess you really don't have to do nothing because they'll do it to themselves the minute they open up their mouth. And you know, it's one thing you say, it's best to be thought of as a fool than to open up your mouth and remove all doubt. And you see it all the time. People always put their foot in their mouth every chance they get. So just sit back and watch. Let them put their foot in their mouth.
And see,
politics, like I said earlier, may strike bedfellows. You know, we start naming those folk, you know, the Chicago, you know, they got the Chicago machine, the Chicago politics. That's why I say political philosophy sophistication is number one. I mean, it ain't number one, but like I said, it's on that scale. So the hypocrisy of the the politics in Chicago, which everybody, you know, speaks on how corrupt it is, you know, and how, like I say, if y'all just spoke about, Aaron spoke very well about Chicago and contemporary politics, how Daily Machine, he ruled for years and years, you know, that brought in Harold Washington, and we are a majority in Chicago. We were at one time, perhaps right around that time, a little over 50%. I would even say almost 60, but those numbers are down now, which leads to that conspiracy that, you know, what's going on now with all of the crime, the shootings and so forth, and where they say that, you know, we got a 17% conviction rate of all these, you know, deaths that taking place, and the feeling is that, you know, they just simply trying to continue to reduce those numbers of the majority being African American folk or Black folk, and it's the lack of politics. It's the lack of the socioeconomic that we have. So the hypocrisy is again right there. Here's a city that we have no power in, and I like that one brother Reggie from the House of Consciousness over there. He had a little program called Black City Code or something, Black City Plan or the City Plan. I'm not
It's
sure.
a sovereignty program. He was talking about sovereignty program, but his program was mainly talking. To me, it's a good idea, but it's romanticized because it's talking about like separating yourself from America, and you can't separate yourself
But he
from it,
didn't.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. He made sure not to separate himself, but indicate where the power of the people could be, and that
Mm.
is on a local level, like you were saying. It's a local thing. So that's what I almost thought you were gonna segue into Reggie's plan. He got a plan saying the city plan.
Mm.
That's why I say Chicago, even Atlanta. I went down there, I stayed for a few months. Atlanta is seen to be a majority black folk. Is it true? Is it a majority black folk in Atlanta, the city?
No, it's majority. It's majority cultural meaning. Like when you come to Atlanta, we still like folk talk about the Jim Crow and stuff like that. It's like it's old school meaning like Atlanta still like before Martin Luther King was born. White people know who white people is.
No,
Black
what's
people
the
know who black people is. Chinese
black?
folk, Mexican folk. So
Yeah.
everybody know who each other is. So when you come to Atlanta, like I put it like this: when people from who not in Atlanta talk about the black dollar is not circulating, what
Uh-huh.
happens is a lot of people in Atlanta can't adapt to that conversation because they only spend with black people. They only know where the black stoves at and they only do it like that, period. They don't they bar none to go to a white neighborhood and buy anything. He's like, man, fuck going out to Alpharetta, forget going to Roswell. I can go get the same thing on Bankhead. I can get the same. They got their mentality like that. So what happens is if you move to Atlanta, you'll say, man, these niggas country here, why these cats on Bankhead don't leave Bankhead? Why the cats out here in Stone Mountain don't leave Stone Mountain? Like put it like their brother Unc got a him and his man, one of his comrades got a little store out there in Lithonia. And if you come to Lithonia, if you come to Atlanta, you look at Lithonia, you say, man, all these crackers out here in Lithonia, what aren't them doing? But then once you get settled in, you'll see, oh, it's a whole lot of niggas out here too. And that's why they out there, because they in Atlanta, it's like that. If you put up something that's black, because you put it up, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you can have the same restaurant that a white man use, and you could take the white man name, you could steal the white man name and put it on your restaurant and call it just like McDonald's, just call it McDowell like on the Coming to America. And these food, I ain't gonna call them food. These cats in Atlanta gonna run straight to your restaurant because man, forget McDonald's. My boy got the same thing. So when we say that we don't circulate that black dollar, it's kind of foreign to them. It's kind of like speaking Spanish to a lot of people in Atlanta if they ain't conscious. Like a lot of conscious people in Atlanta, yeah, they understand exactly what you're talking about because they know it's bigger than Atlanta, you know. And so we try to get like people who from other places to show them how we doing it down here. But
So
it's
what's the
it
number? That's what I'm interested in. What's the demographic? How many people are black? Again, I went down there and it was like I said, it was a really nice experience, and it was
so in Atlanta you got like in Atlanta alone you got like 600,000 black people. So you
okay.
talking about 600,000? Say it again.
How many people in Atlanta then?
How many people in Atlanta? Maybe like 3 million.
So 600,000 from 3 million. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, they black people.
Okay, so that's less than a third, and then you break that down. Yeah, so you're a minority, not necessarily a minority. You're probably like 30%, maybe.
Yeah, something like that, 30%, because it's not well,
Is that
because
Atlanta City proper?
10% of 3 million, 10% of 3 million would be 300,000, so it'd be like 20%. So we'd be 20% of Atlanta's population is black.
Hey,
Okay,
brother,
yeah,
is that Atlanta City proper? I have family in Atlanta myself. Is that Atlanta City proper, or in the under? Are you including the underlying areas too?
No, I'm just talking about the metro 285 around 285.
Okay, so
that's
Metro
3 million
Atlanta.
people right
Yeah, the
there.
metro area. Yeah, the metro area. And I ain't talking about like if you're talking about going down there to Macon, Georgia, where Young G's is from, and way down in Savannah and all that stuff. I'm just talking about the
Yeah,
metro Atlanta. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been to Savannah. I got family that stay in Atlanta too. I've been to Atlanta a few times. I've been to Savannah, Albany, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
so
if
you
you're
know
talking
what
about
I'm talking
Metro
about when
Atlanta, okay.
yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. When you come to Georgia, it seems like like a lot of these black folk, they only deal with each other. White people only deal with each other. Mexicans only deal with each other. Now you might find a few, like you might find a couple of Chinese girls coming to the soul food restaurant with their family and stuff. A few, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's like we
Let
go
me,
to.
let me, let me, let me cut you right here, Black. Hey, I'm looking at a 2014 demographic on Wikipedia. It's 51% blacks in Atlanta. 51 cents. That's a majority. That's what I experienced when I was there. I was there in 06. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, and it's like 400,000 folk. Period. So it's about maybe 600,000 folk in Atlanta versus 3 million. Because I'm like that number. That's Chicago. We only got 3 million in Chicago. That's probably why Aaron, requested that. I just wanted to interject that right quick.
You say the population in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's only 600. It's like 486,000 people. Period. So see, even Chicago, it ain't but 3 million people in Chicago. Now you start talking about the greater Chicago, you might have 9 million or something like that. And same thing about New York. It's only 9 million people. So when you said 3 million, so yeah, and here's the thing, it's a majority. Atlanta has a majority, 51% of the population. What Chicago used to have, we don't have that anymore. That's why to me, Atlanta is like remind me of Chicago from the 80s. It was a majority. So now and when we look at it, when I look at it like that, yeah, as a young man, it's probably was just as much presence of the other nations in our community doing business. So, the beautiful thing is, like you said, you got black businesses in Atlanta that allows y'all to shop with each other. And that I experienced. I did experience, and I did see some other nations, but it was not as prevalent as it is in Chicago. Where you got Arabs and a lot of Arabs and a lot of used to be.
That's another thing. That's another thing that we differentiate down here too. Like when you in Atlanta, you talk about black people in Atlanta. Black folks, we differentiate ourselves from African and Jamaican. We say those Jamaican. I know what some Jamaican shops at. I know what some African shops at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it was. A lot of Africans, right?
But
a lot of
on the outside looking in, folk be a lot on the outside looking in. A lot of folk just bunch because you black skinned. They just bunch it all together.
That's what it was. Like you said, I went to a lot of African shops. We don't have that in the neighborhood. You find African shops in the white folk neighborhood around here, not in the black neighborhood. It's like you go to the north side, you'll find a few white.
What's your name, brother? What's your name, brother? The one in Atlanta. What's your name again?
DJ Black Charm.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I got you, DJ Black. Yeah. Hey, do you know is Hashim and Zinga still out? Or do you know who Hashim and Zinga is?
Yeah, Hashim and Zinga. I know who he is. They was over on Rap David. I ain't too tough food with them, man, cause what they did to King Noble. So I kind of bet that was like 5 years ago. They jumped on King Noble. I was gonna go start going to their meetings and stuff, but when they did that, I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on with them. I know King Noble was wrong for going up in their convention. They were doing a lecture or a celebration or something. They tried to bust up their celebration. That was messed up. But but they had them boys. They had them boys. They disfigured them boys. They ain't just throw them out their place. They disfigured them boys. Them boys. They was disfigured. Faces.
Hold that thought. I want to bring this brother in.
Yeah, I used to be in BPP.
Sonny, make yourself known, brother. I just want to bring that brother in. It's a great conversation. Bring the brother in.
Peace, brethren. Yeah, extend my honors to everyone in the chat. Extend my honors to everyone in the panel.
Welcome, brother.
Peace, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm coming in kind of late. Got a little busy for a second there. So I'm just kind of trying to pick up in the conversation. So
yeah, but I like Hashim and Zinga though. I like him. I mean, he one of the people that I say, and I hope his health get all the way back, all the way on point. He one of the people that when we talk about putting together a crew, he actually went out and started saying, "I'm gonna put together a crew. We're gonna call ourselves the New Black Panther Party." And
I used to be in BPP. I used to be in BPP. Yeah, I used to be when I lived in Dallas. I was in it, and that's when Malik was over it too. Hashim, yeah, I remember Hashim. Hashim is an organizer. I got much love and respect for that brother.
Right.
I didn't know he was sick.
Yeah, and the thing is, like when I was looking at just paying attention to him a couple of years ago when he was getting ill, I say because Malik Zulu Shabazz caught up into his little whirlwind of people trying to catch him up on contradiction and hypocrisy. folk won't look at Hassim Nzinga like they need through the lens they need to look at him through because he attached to Malik Zulu Shabazz, but the way he operate is like is one of the solutions we've been asking for. But he sickly now, you know what I'm saying? So he can't really teach people how, you know what I'm saying, how to move, how how it was a few years ago because of, the stuff how people was, getting at Malik Zulu Shabazz.
Yeah, that's one thing we need to do as a people. We need to learn how to duplicate ourselves instead of waiting for the next leader. We need to duplicate. One thing I saw a movie. One thing I learned about this movie called this. It's based on a book called The Spook Who Sat by the Door. He had a real good point. Basically, it's like when one gets caught, then another one should pop up in its place, and then you should duplicate that one. And then you should duplicate that one. It should never just be one centralized leader, one centralized figure, because we're all leaders. We should all take that mantle, and it should be more Hashims and Maliks running around here. That I mean, we just got that Messiah complex as black people. But I
Yeah.
hope Hashim, I hope his the brothers and Zinga's health gets better because yeah, I done soldiered with that brother. I got much love and respect for Hashim and Zinga. And for Malik too, because Malik did what he could also. I mean, I got much love and respect for both of them brothers.
Yeah, yeah, and I think whatever they was going through was some internal stuff, but him stepping down kind of cast a shadow over Hassim Nzinga. When he was like once the president or something like that, he was a new and he stepped down and
I
it's
think
like,
it's a think tank or something.
yeah, something like that. Like, hey man, you know. But that
All right,
that, that
brother Sonny, chive in. You see the title. Chive in.
Hey, Sonny, before you do, man, let me say grace and peace to everybody. I've got an early start. Hey, JT, it was a pleasure coming on and building. Y'all keep up the work, man. Keep the conversation going. And I will get it to y'all later. Peace out, family.
All
Appreciate
right,
talking
thanks
with
a
you,
lot.
brother
As
Israel.
always.
all right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Hold on.
Sonny.
Yeah. Oh, before you get it to him, JT, let me say this. Y'all pull up. So I'm pulling up the thing right now, and it's 5.8 million people. I thought it was 3 million. It's 5.8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 5.8 million.
Oh, five. Okay.
Yeah, and that's in Atlanta, and this is the 2017 stimulus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me
Mhm.
say
Wow. Wow. That's a lot of people. Man. New York City is about, yeah, I heard it was like 9, but I know it's more now because
yeah, I
with
thought it was
gentrification.
12 million.
Yeah, but the gentrification now is happening. And so, Sonny, you can go ahead and chive in wherever you want, and especially like now I ain't gonna say like New York City too, but I'm gonna say Brooklyn when I'm originally from, born and raised. The black, even if we have like black businesses, they force out to the outskirts. Excuse me, in Brooklyn, see boutiques, other things. It's not really channeled in our community. They even like they have some Africans. They have some people. They don't, they don't respect us. It doesn't. There's no reflection on it and everything. And so, but people think it just happened like in New York, but it happened all over this country, especially in our neighborhoods. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I have a friend, and Sonny, you can chop him wherever you want. And I had a friend that we know each other for a long time, and he went to Africa. I forgot which country it was. He said that they had a Chinese village and a Japanese village. They are
Wow,
all
understand.
kinds of stores. There are all kinds of stores, and they not wanted there. So when people think, "Oh, it's happened in Africa," it's happening here too. Go ahead, Sonny.
Well, when you look at gentrification, they basically are buying up all the land. You know what I mean? So like the powers in the land. You know, we need to get back into buying the land. You know what I mean? But as far as the title, you know what I mean? Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, policies, and politics. Like when you look at politics, most of the most of the lawmakers and the people in high positions are high ranking Freemasons.
Mhm.
And the reason why we feel in the hypocrisy of the situation is because they're doing what basically they're instructed to do. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying, when you start to dive into, they got secret oaths that you know what I mean, if you divulge certain secrets, you know what I mean, it'll literally get you killed. You know what I mean? Donald Trump, he's a 33rd degree Mason.
Trump a mob about.
You know what I mean? So in order for us to really affect change in politics, we need to get into politics. You know what I mean? I was listening to what the brother was saying about Atlanta. That's pretty good. I'm the last few times I went, this is one wing shop that I like to go to. You know what I mean? It's an Asiatic owned business. But like going down to Atlanta, um, I seen a few Asiatic owned business that I'm not really used to seeing like that. And how I got to looking at it, I went to this one because we was hungry. We was looking for some wings, and we went to this one spot. I think it was some Japanese people making wings and stuff. And he was like real disrespectful when we came in.
Oh wow.
You know
I
what I
should
mean?
have
So
cussed
we
his ass out.
started to, man, but we left that joint and we saw some guys in the corner. We just chopped it up with them.
Mm.
And they were saying, yeah, they always act like that. You know what I mean? That's why they don't go there to eat. And they referred us to a spot around the corner, which is an Asiatic owned spot. You know what I mean? So like things of that nature, like that, to hear you talk about a land like that, because I mean I don't go much, but to hear that's beautiful. That needs to happen
Everywhere.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And we need to network that
Mhm.
Yeah, but
and
see,
then
it
parlay.
got you got I put it like this, we gotta start saying, man, I ain't going over there. It's prejudice, like the most prejudice the you think Donald Trump prejudice. Talk to an old black man in Atlanta. You ain't heard prejudice before. You think said it prejudice. Talk to an old black man in the lump why he would not give business to you got to he ain't gonna give business to no swine, no pig meat. You got to hear old black man. You like, man, that man prejudice is hell. It make you think you integrated. Like put it like this: we in the country community, we feel like that we got to come back against the white man and the white system and this, that, and the third. Talk to an old black man in London, and you gonna think you integrated after talking to one of them because you ain't gonna have the same. They have an outlook at it. The ones that come from the 50s and 60s and stuff like that, they got a different kind of look at the European, and they got a different kind of look at us. The one us who 40 on down, they look at us like we lame as hell. Like how y'all let that happen?
But
You know?
and I want you, I want you to chime in on this, to Aaron Carr's brother. But I hear you, DJ Tommy. You said the brother, you said the old man, you say he prejudiced.
I say the most prejudice, like how Donald Trump say, look at my African, right? A old prejudice gonna call you old black man. He gonna call you Crocker, Charlie. He gonna call you all kind of stuff like that. Yeah, old Charlie. He keep on coming around here, and you know what I'm saying. And not only you just gonna be he Crocker. He gonna let you know that you're a Crocker when he come around. An old black man will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
Like
will do that.
Donald Trump just yeah, I got African friends. You know how white people say I got a couple of African friends. You know, an old black man, he gonna man, that crocker keep on coming around here. I told him he need to go ahead and cut these trees down, keep
I
coming.
understand it, but I disagree on that. Hey, you know, because see that black man, you have to understand one thing. That's how he came up.
Right,
Now now
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about on just the terminology of what prejudice mean, like how you don't fuck with the other folk at all.
No,
hey,
Like
prejudice means to prejudge. You know, that's why black people. That's why we can't be racist. We could be prejudiced, but not racist, because racism is prejudice plus power, and all prejudice is basically to prejudge. When you said that the old man said that how y'all let this happen, I kind of see his point, because bottom line is that this is actually the youth, and even the Bible says this, that but the youth are going to lead this. It's the youth are supposed to be the ones that's holding the front line and setting the rules and setting the landscape. So I mean, like the old man, he recognized that he had his time to shine, and
he
he did
old
what
now.
he was supposed to do
Hmm.
during his time. So now it's time for this new generation for them to pick up their slack and do what they need to do. So that's a good question. I mean, how y'all let this happen, or what y'all gonna do now? What kind of
yeah,
strategies you got?
Why did
and
though? This is how I look at it. Back to the Chicago thing. In my opinion, like we look at Chicago. When Martin Luther King died, 68, right?
Yeah,
And
it was
then
60.
yeah,
April 4th, 1968.
when Barack Obama became president, or when he decided he gonna run, April 4th, 2008, right?
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
So
No, no,
April
no. You mean when he decided?
when he decided, yeah.
Oh, 2005 or 2006, something like that.
Okay. So you talking about at least 40 years later, he became the president 40 years later. And he almost ran the military. He was close enough. He did run the military, but he ain't run it in the essence of how he could. So you talking about 40 years, niggas almost controlled what was going on, but he was East African and not part of, East African and West African. Y'all can get deeper into that as
Well,
far as his relationship.
he doesn't have slave blood in him. He's his father
Right,
was
right, 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 right. So that's why
yeah,
he got away with it. But the thing about it is he's
yeah,
still black. It's like 40 years later, y'all niggas almost slipped in. But we gonna let this one in cause he ain't got the slave blood in him. But
yeah.
let me go ahead and
His
start
father was
shooting
king.
y'all down. Yeah, let me shoot y'all down and take some of that moxie out, cause y'all
Yeah.
almost controlled our military. You motherfuckers, look at y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And we were slick, but my thing is when I look at the old president black folk in America, like, bro, you don't see Barack Obama what he did, he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn nigga, you prejudiced as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they look at it. They look at Barack like he ain't shit. It's like one of us who was a part of the transatlantic slave trade, that's supposed to be us.
Yeah, he really didn't do anything for the black community. I will say that much. He did more for everyone else than he did for us. But one thing I will give him is that he got in there. He did it for 2 terms, and he chose to work with his enemies rather than be at odds with them. He knew he had enemies in other parties and stuff like that, but he chose to work with them. And that's the thing about politics. If you break down politics, it's all it is a pile of tricks. That's what I call it, because it's
So
all
how
other.
long? So let me ask you this: how long you think before another brother our sister feel get because they already done killed Trayvon Martin and all they don't put they knocked the dent on us for wanting to be part of the system.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
it probably won't be during our lifetime. That's for sure.
You don't think another one gonna run in our lifetime? Yeah, I think we probably been on transition before another one run.
All right, all right. All right, Sonny, jump in.
Well, I would
Jump in.
say, as far as to that comment, I would say that's up to us. You know what I mean? I think
You know what,
we
Sonny? You
can't.
got a good point right there, bro. You know what? Yeah, you got you on point with that one. It is up to us.
I
Yeah, you're
think.
right about that.
You know what I mean. We can raise up a president, but it's got to be done the right way. You know what I mean? Because Barack Obama, he also took oaths. You know what I mean? And Barack Obama, Um, his nationality is Kenyan American. You know, he said that out of his own mouth. But we just gotta raise our own, cause like oaths is a something that can really hold you back. You know what I mean? When and I'm and not to speak bad for ones who are in the craft or anything like that, but you know, it's certain things that Barack was not allowed to do. So I think how we combat that is we need to start doing stuff like they doing in Atlanta, but like do it a little differently. So like, let me give you an example. So let's just say the four people who's in the panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all lived in the same city and we had businesses. We developed businesses. The businesses is flourishing. You know what I mean? At that point, it would be like just say we knew we all knew each other. We were all cool. You know what I mean? We all conscious. We want to do something better for our community. At that point, we can get together and start an investors club.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From there, you build more. But like whatever we building for our people, for our community. But we're building something with a great target market to where we can get some good financial gain. We need to be going to these city council meetings. You know what I mean? We need to be getting more active in politics. And as we do that, we need to involve our children into it too, because our children are growing up not interested in none of that. All
Right.
they want to do is play video games, play football, this, that, and the third. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
bring tag along our children with them. It starts with us.
Sonny, you right. My son thought he thought what he saw on TV with the Huxtables or whatever. You know, I mean, of course, with me, he's saying it hard, like Dad got to get it. You know what I'm saying? How you got to get it? But he thought when he go to school, finish school, he gonna be sitting in the office with wood grain desk and all this stuff. No, bro, that ain't the real world. The real world say that dude, you want to be a psychology major. That real world say you got to go get this dude off the bridge. He about to jump. And he like. Dad, for real. I'm like, that's what it is. And now when he talk to little kids and stuff like that, and he like find his son got to not talk to the children. He work at a little school, and they got him talking to children and stuff. I'm like, be careful how you talk to folk children. Try to meet their parents first. You know what I'm saying? Meet their
Right.
parents first, and then talk to them. And before you talk to the child, cause child gonna say one thing, but if you meet their parents, and this the thing, I'm like. I know he went to school for it and this, that, and the third, but I don't think that the teacher, the professor taught him the way we know it, how to psychologically deal with the next man as being men, us four on this panel. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, we had to bring our children along and teach them. You know, so when they see us, like put it like this, I share this video with my son so he can hear me talking on the panel to see how we react with each other as men. So when he around his homeboy, that his peers, his age, they can start to respond to each other the same way. But if not, then they gonna still be knocking each other off because we on this channel right now hadn't exposed them to what we be doing.
Facts.
And my girl
Facts.
in the back
Real
saying,
talk.
my bad.
That's real talk right there.
You know, but sounding right, man. We got whatever we think about. We got to bring them children around. You know, of course we don't want. We don't want to expose them to some the knuckleheads we trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a dope dealer, a gangster you trying to convert, of course you don't want to expose your children to them because you still trying to get them to convert before you expose your child to them.
But,
You know.
but you know what I would say to this? You actually right, but you know what saying this? We cannot hide our children because it's everywhere now. All the negativity around our community is worse than ever. So even if we try to hide our kids and shelter kids, they still got to deal with it. It just the point is that we gotta educate them more. We gotta tell them the truth.
Right, right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about as far as bringing them to our group meeting, our group thoughts. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that group thought. Like if you got a dude who got one foot in the street and one foot out, I say dare not expose your child to that one. You know what I'm saying? Because your child gonna see the glamour on him. You know what I'm saying? And be like, shit, I'm gonna go with the 1 foot in the street part. Other
And
than
that's the
with the 1 foot out. So once you get that person to convert, then you could expose your child to that person. Say, see, he was once in the streets. Now look at him now. Then that person can talk to your son about not being in the street because we helped him convert from that. You know, the thing is, it's like we'll put our child in front of brother Polite, and next thing you know, our child be young Pharaoh talking about Polite took $15,000 from me. Like, how in the hell? Why you do that little kid child like that, Polite? Somebody exposed their child to him and thinking they were doing something smart other than waiting until Polite ass was converted and then expose the kid to him.
And you know what? Let our children grow up. You don't. I tell. You know, some of these parents. You know, when they take these kids to these certain grown up meetings, and they know that these are good meetings, and then but at the same time, and these kids, they do not have. I mean, our kids, they do not have the fortitude of learn from right and wrong yet. And you're taking your kids around there, and then these kids become damn grown up they don't supposed to. They get smart. They disrespect, like that. You know, stop
Right,
being the
because
best friend to
they've been
your
exposed to
kid.
it early. Yeah, you're right, right. You're right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once they've been exposed to the wrong thing, that disrespect comes because you exposed them to you involved them around a think tank that was a disrespectful think tank, even though y'all was mentally jousting or whatever. Your child is exposed to that, so now when he come across that same paradigm, he gonna joust with them the same way he's saying you do it, not understanding that y'all was converting and growing. You know, at that moment, it's like somebody saying you talking bad about the preacher or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So when your child hear you talk bad about the preacher, other than him really understanding what you talking about the preacher, when he see a preacher, he disrespect the preacher and not understand, hey man, that's a good guy in the neighborhood. Okay, he preaching all that, and we telling you that we're against the church and how the church operate. But that's a good man. You shouldn't have did treated that man like that. But because he's exposed to fuck the Bible and fuck Jesus ain't real and all that. When he see a preacher, he gonna go off on you like, why that child so disrespectful to that man? Cause his family, they exposed him to they exposed him to that knowledge too early. Way too
Yeah,
early. They ain't let them groom. They didn't how they say they ain't wean them from it. Like what you going this is stuff. If you're a Muslim, this is what you got to expect until when you hop off the porch. Some folk don't believe in the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. You know what I'm saying? So as a parent, you got to teach your child that, so when they do come across that somebody trying to fun, mess with their mind. That's why I like, when I listen to brother Israel Doctrine, he be talking about the stuff with that going on in New York Bronx and all that stuff, man. I'm like, man, them folk never had nobody. I grew up in the South, you know what I'm saying? We always had somebody, even though we got in trouble, we had somebody grow up. We grew up with people talking to us. It was always a man talking to us, whether he was a drunk man or a church man. It was always somebody talking to us. So if we did the wrong thing and didn't get and didn't have no type of success in life, it was because we always had somebody talking to us. We always had like in Atlanta, it's like this: to be a beggar is a hustle. Cause if you get out there and beg, you're gonna beg long enough, you're gonna mess around and go fill out an application because you're gonna
yeah,
get tired of begging.
yeah.
You
But I,
know,
I'm gonna throw a degree out there right quick. I'm gonna give y'all brothers a degree. Some y'all might have thought of this already, but I'm gonna give you a degree right quick. So let's just say um one person. Let's just say me, for example. I'm gonna use myself for example, right? My goal is I don't want to work for the European for the rest of my life. I want to work for myself. I want to employ some of our people. I want to, you know what I mean, before I leave this earth, I want to basically I want people to say some good things about me. I don't want people to forget me. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's just say I wanted to erect a business, but I didn't have the funds to do it. You know what I mean? Get together with three or four, maybe five like-minded brothers that they may have an idea of their own business or whatever. So let's just say it's 5 people. The 5 people have 5 different businesses that they want to erect. Develop a relationship with them brothers. You know what I mean? At that point, y'all can come together and be like, look, let's put our businesses on the table and let's find out which business would make the most money. And or draw straws, however you want to do it. And
Mm,
each of the 5 people, they put money in for that one business. That's an investment. With
mm,
that investment, you discuss how much money that you're going to get back off of your investment.
mm,
But of course, you got to have everything mapped out, everything that you need for the business. You got to have a business plan. You got
mm,
to make sure that when your business start running, that you won't be in the red, which
mm,
means after you get paid, if you got employees after they get paid, you got money left over after you done all your bills, everything else paid off. You got a nest egg, like some money afterwards. You take that money, you put it in sub accounts for each person who invested, and once that money grows up for the amount of the next person business, then you funnel that money to the next person business, and then that is an investment which you can take your business and you can use it as a write off, but at the same time, they got to pay you back for the money that you invested in with interest, and then trickle it down. So then it could be 10 years. I don't know. It depends on how hard each one
okay.
works.
Okay. So
So
I guess
so
what you're asking is about an incorporation. Having being incorporated, like us four on this phone, we decide we're gonna make an incorporation or whatever. So incorporation, you really have to go through, it'd be incorporated through United
And that's where you
States.
have to get an
well,
LLC involved and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? That's where you get the
Right.
well
LLC.
well
That,
well it depends
and
on it
everything.
depends on how you want to run it. Like you can call it private investors, or like if they're investing in the business and you put them down on the paperwork, then that means that they have a lot of say so in the business. So that depends
I,
on how
I
the
mean, the shares,
person itself wants to run the business.
right.
But at the same time, whoever's investing in the business want to do whatever they can to help the business grow. So that means like help bringing people in, because by you helping them, you're helping yourself. So I'm saying all that to say, even if you don't have nothing, is a way that you can get something. And at that point, it's easier to go into a bad neighborhood and start, what I mean, talking to people.
Cleaning it
Because
up.
the truth be told, them kids is out there hustling real hard. They not listening. Like you go in there and you can talk to them till you're blue in the face. They're not listening to you because we're coming up to them and they got more than us. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Now,
That's a real good.
some of them do what? Watch this. Watch this. All right. So we talk about a bad neighborhood, right? And I was talking to my neighbor about this. You take a bad neighborhood, and you talk about each apartment complex got some security guards at the front of it, and most of those security companies are owned by Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Not too many of us get those security. Like put it like this: you ain't got a felony and none of that stuff. So it'll be easy for you to get clearance on having a security company. It's only a LLC anyway. It's only limited liability anyway. But you can go get your license to have a security company. You put your bid
correct,
in for these same apartments that Charlie got the bid on. Charlie got the bid anyway because police don't want to deal with it. So Charlie got he secured them. But you put your bid in, guess who you can hire in those apartments? Those same kids who stand around anyway. They
Right.
already
You know
standing
what?
around
You just
anyway.
made
Now
a
they
good point about something because like I work out here in LA. I mean, I actually do security, and one of the things I do is set security. Um, one of the movies I worked on was called Straight Outta Compton.
Mm.
Um, it's this cat out here. You might know who he is. He's pretty known. He goes by name Bone. Bone. He did a movie called Bastards of the Party. Anyway, he's also the one that whooped up on Suge Knight. That's a different story.
Mm.
But Bone, what Bone does, he actually, because of his connections to the hood, being a former blood himself, he does actually what's called technical advising for movies. The Hollywood goes to him when they want to shoot in the hood, particularly in LA. And what he does, he's known to hire cats from the community, to provide like a little, I guess you could say like hood security. They're not officially bonded, but they're under him. And like you just said, like they stand around anyway. At least they may as well be getting paid for it. And these are some brothers from the hood. I mean, I actually work with some of these cats, and
And
some
and
of
get
them,
and get what, real, you still can do your film. I still can do my music. We just got a security company that said we got the account for these apartments, and y'all kids get the job to secure y'all apartment. Make sure y'all
yeah,
secure y'all apartment.
yeah,
Now you
yeah,
see how quick did you see how quickly you thought of a business?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing that I be quote unquote preaching about because like I tell people all the time, you millionaires, you don't even know it. So the thing to do from there and whatever business venture that you want to do is like all you do is find out what you need to do to achieve it. You know what I mean? Write out and write those things down and just do a check off list. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the stuff is not hard. We've been through worse things in life. You know what I mean? Some people been in the military. A lot of the stuff that we need to do is not really that hard. It's going to take work. Like I was telling the last stream, the qualifications of a mayor or a governor. Before I looked at it, I thought it was crazy. I actually looked at it and studied it, and it's not that bad at all. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? So I think for us to be able to have another Asiatic president, I think that's really up to us. I mean, one of our presidents, not someone that is prepared or, you know what I mean, or one who's been taking oaths, one of our presidents. I believe that we could do it, you know what I mean, but it's going to take some like-minded people that who want to erect something. It's not going to happen overnight, but if we started working on something today, it'll happen sooner than later. So like just that quick, you thought of a you know what I mean, a little security joint. You know what I mean? Like I be coming up with ideas like that all the time. I be just giving them out.
Right, right, right. Cause then that, I mean, and with that same group of people, and I know people gonna listen to Underrated Darkness channel, man, and put the idea together. The same people that started the security, it costs $165. He got you a security company, $165. You say what? Yep, $165. Now all you got to do is,
you're
it.
licensed and bonded. That's it. And all you
That's
gotta
it.
do is follow the laws of the state you live in. Like
Mm-hmm.
follow what.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the thing. You gotta learn because there's a lot of classes you gotta take for that.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different laws out there. You gotta learn all those laws, and they're gonna require you to take the test
yep.
for them laws. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Right.
But
Yeah, but once you take it though, and you over there, okay, I got a security company now. Who do the landscaping over here in these apartment? Okay, we want to put our bid in for the landscape too, cause we just went to Home Depot and spent $2,000 on a Ryan lawnmower. We got two of those, and we got some blowers, and we got some head clippers, and we want this account.
Hey, brother, it's funny you should say that because check this out. Out here in LA, I've been noticing it's a lot of us doing the jobs that you traditionally would see Latinos doing. Like, I've been seeing a lot of brothers now with doing the landscaping and also doing the custodial jobs because I also do like security for events like
Mm-hmm.
football games and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing a lot more of us doing the manual labor type stuff as far as cleaning stuff like that that you would normally see them doing. So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking it's about to be a shift. I'm like, I'm looking at that as a positive thing because
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's what
seeing,
it is. It's
yeah,
a shift
you,
in the atmosphere. Like to say that we teach our sisters to that kitchen you got, girl, you don't supposed to be broke cause you got a kitchen.
yeah,
You better call your grandmama and get some recipe and tell your whole neighborhood that you got your grandma dishes on deck for $5 a plate. And
man, the sisters could get a hold of the hair industry easily. I
yeah,
mean,
the hair
shoot,
industry too. Yeah,
that,
come around here to
yeah,
Keisha house. Come around
you
here to
know,
Keisha house. We got some extra Saint bowls that we added
yep,
on to Keisha Saint that we can wash some hair and we can do some hair. We got 2 dryers and 3 dryers, and we gonna start
yep,
Keisha house till we get us a building. And when we get a building, we gonna have 5, 6 salons inside it. But they got to start from us. One of the sisters saying, you know what, I'm
let's do
finna do it.
this
I'm
because these
finna
get,
anything
'cause
about it. What the sister got to do is talk to the brother that been getting these clothes. All
yeah,
these brothers have been getting these. Like, okay, you already dealing with import and export. That how you get your clothes and stuff
exactly,
in and out. So can you get me some hair? Can you get me
yeah.
some nails and stuff?
Because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing our sisters going up into Ming Lee's shop and getting beat down and stuff like that. I'm getting tired of that disrespect. And sister, if there's any sisters in the chat, I'm not talking about hair and weave. No, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about as far as business. I'm talking about sisters can get a hold of the hair industry. Man, there's so many sisters in the hood that know how to do hair. Hell, I go to a sister that get my hair done, and she do a damn good job too. I
Right.
mean,
Watch
yeah,
that,
you
but
get these
we
sisters.
can't keep hustling our sister too though. We get that same hell. Guess what we do as brothers? Cause we dealing with import export. We already got a whole back. We had a whole trailer full of did that in the remedy girl be buying? They be spending. We gonna charge the same amount the Chinese folk charge, other than telling that girl, hey, here you go, start your business up, go crazy, and
That's real talk.
I get it for
That's straight
$15 a
politics.
half pack.
Shoot, that's how Master P and Easy E. That's how they started their record label.
Man,
Yeah,
what you
people
talking
say it was
about? What
just
happened to
money.
them, man? What happened? What old people at?
Yeah, because Easy E, when he started, like, he didn't even want to rap. To be honest with you, he just wanted to. He said, I'll put up the seed money. Yeah, Dre, Cube, y'all do what y'all do. I'm gonna just sit back here and collect the money. And that's how NWA would have been, but it was just a chance time in the studio, and magic was born.
Right.
All the other stuff happened, unfortunately, but that's part of the history. But
Right.
Easy didn't originally didn't want to rap though.
He just wanted to help somebody out in the community. But see, Easy was
Exactly.
from that. He was from that era. He was a seed from the a kid that was born at the end of the '60s, early '70s. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the
Yeah.
ones. It's like when you think about Professor Griff. I look at Professor Griff. Folk be laughing at Professor Griff and
Oh, I love
Sonetta.
Professor
And,
Glyph. That's
yeah,
my dude right there.
and,
Glyph.
and,
That's my
and,
dude.
and they laugh at Sonetta too. I'm like, man, y'all know them folk from that. Like, I don't too tough agree with a lot of stuff that go on over there. But I look at them folk, man. I say they come from that era of do something for the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They come from that era. Do something for the neighborhood just cause you want to do something for the neighborhood. And it's like now people my age I put like this 50 and under, it ain't do something for the neighborhood. Make sure you get straight so your children can be straight. Cause do something for the neighborhood ain't work for us. That's how a lot of us had it. The fifth that on down, we got that mentality. Do something for the neighborhood ain't work, so do something for yourself and your kids.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
sad, and that a lot of us own that though. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish a lot of us would be on do something for the neighborhood just because, you know. And then the same way me and you come up with ideas, Sonny. If we was on do something for the neighborhood, it'd be a lot of us coming up with all kind of ideas. In today's time, and how easy stuff access you got, the access we got to import export now, and all that stuff. Like the only reason why like the brother was talking about with the hair stuff, like the sister's supposed to take over the hair stuff, and I say they can take over the hair industry, and at one time they was getting in. Like I don't know if y'all got Instagram, but I keep getting like friend requests or followers from little hair product type stuff, you know. And I say that's some dude trying to sell the look. There ain't no woman doing that because a woman she gonna be she gonna tell you with her face on the page and all that. And I say there's some dude hustling and he getting over on a lot of these. They getting over on these women. Like they got like put it like this. We got to know how to have construction companies and we can build these nail salons. When you look at the Chinese community, them Chinese folk went in there and built that for them folk. They built that for them ladies to be in there and do that. So that's why they say that they act like they can kick it like that, like cause they say shit. Not only will our dudes build this for us, we'll swing on y'all motherfucking ass and fuck this neighborhood. We'll go build it somewhere else. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real slap in the face, and it's a slap in the face from the position of the men. Cause us men, we already been dealing with imports, export. That's how come out a lot of these girls be having this Indian hair and Remy hair and all this old stuff, all that different type of strands of hair. Cause some dude done hustle a Chinese person up out of it, or he done got it from an African from one of these ports or whatever, and bring it back to the neighborhood and still hustle. Nah, nigga, don't hustle if you got to connect, you know. But I
Yep.
mean, this day hustle, I can't tell nobody not to hustle. That's wrong with me. Tell the person not how to get their money,
Yeah, it's
but
different types of hustles because when you go to a job every day, that's a hustle. I mean,
right,
it's a legal hustle, but still, it's a hustle.
right.
So but yeah, I mean, we all got to get our hustle on. Hustling is not necessarily a bad thing. See, this is how white supremacy works. Anytime when we talk about when we use the same terminology that they use, they make it seem like when we use it, oh, it's a bad thing. But when white people use the term hustle, oh yeah, he's just a hardworking guy. He's going there providing for his family. But when one of us do it, oh, they thugging.
Yeah, he getting over on somebody with his hustle. But you know, I put it like this: the grind is see, I add another word in there, and y'all can, you know what I'm saying, sign in real JT, you can back me up on it. The grind. The grind to me is if you got the hair, you got access to the hair, you got access to the nail products, you got access to all the hair care products and stuff like that. The grind is to say, I got access to it. Which one of you women, if I start up, I go down here, which one of y'all women willing to link in with us with this panel right here to say, we gonna get us an LLC for hair care products and stuff like that, and we're gonna open up a building. Which one of y'all women gonna be down to do that? Cause we got access to, I know I met the African dude, or I know the Chinese dude that when he go get sent for his hair, I'm gonna put us an order in too. But when I put the order in, I gotta know that y'all women gonna be around to sell it. Y'all gonna be around to do whatever y'all gotta do to make it work.
Now,
But that's
now
a
with
conversation. That's when we had to start to involve our ladies.
now with that, when because that's a great idea, you know what I mean, and that could bring in a lot of money. So when you put that out there like that, it's kind of all right. So that means like you be the connect basically, right? So if you're willing to invest like that, we need to begin to help our women get into the position to where they can handle that. Not if they're not in that position already, but it doesn't take that much work to help them get in the position to handle something like that because they might not know how to operate a business. You know what I mean? Because our people, we're in a condition to where a lot of us don't even know how to budget. You know what I mean? When you operate in a business, it's not that bad once you get used to it. That's why I say start at home. It's not that bad, but you got to know how. You got to have a budget. Like it got to be tight. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to learn how to keep all your receipts. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get audited at some point. You got to keep all your receipts. You got to know when you got to file your taxes. It might be quarterly. You know what I mean? Different cities got different laws as far as your taxes are concerned. And like when you put that out there like that, figure out a way to help them get to that point so that when you precipitate that, when you give that, they are in position to handle that. Because when they're in position to handle that, that you put them in the best position to succeed in that business. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, like because I put my email in the chat for those who don't know how to budget your money. Hit me up. I'll show you because your the way you should do it is the same way you operate your house. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Right.
you know,
True that. I
so
might need to
like
hit you up myself. Real
I'll
talk.
throw my email. I'll throw my email in the chat.
Yeah. I'm gonna be closing this out. I said about 1:30. And but I still want to keep this conversation going for a few more minutes. But at the 1:30, I'm gonna start reading off the names off the chat, and I want your brothers and I want your brothers to stay on because I want the last remarks. All right, so y'all can keep on going. I'm gonna put mines.
So
True.
I just wanted to say real quick, man. I'm not sure what you brothers, you know what I mean, do for finance, or if you have your own business, or if you have the um like if you're like me, you know what I mean, because most of the people that are in my circle, their spirit is like, dang, they they at a point where they get home from work, they tired, and like, yo, I'm tired of working for this person. Like, I want to work for myself. You know what I mean? Like, so you might be happy at, you know what I mean, working where you at. You know what I mean? Honest to that thought. You know what I mean? But if you have an idea that could create great finance for yourselves, because like really sit down and think about it, we can come up with some great ideas, yo. You know what I mean? So if you got an idea, you know what I mean, I would encourage just everybody just to try to act on that joint, yo. All you gotta do is like you can Google it joint. Like say what what do I need to do to become a, a chef or to get a food truck or just you can Google it. It'll show you like the steps and it'll have people that actually did it and they'll tell you what they did. Like, you know what I mean? It'll give you the steps on how to do it. You know what I mean? So that from there, you know what I mean, it's just cakewalk. It's just a little bit of work, you know what I mean? And this is how we began to I mean, because we might be in a position to where we got a job and we comfortable where we at. You know what I mean? That's a possibility. I don't know.
Mhm.
Just for me, I'm tired of having to ask somebody, yo, can I take a vacation? You know what I mean? I'm tired of being like, yo, I don't feel good today. Can I go home?
Yep. So that's why we got it. That real estate person got to blend in. Got to invite him to the. You got to invite him to the barbecue too. With it up in their ass. Like the thing about it is, like I don't diss Omarosa and stuff like that. She still invited to the barbecue. 'Cause I want to know what the hell go on in her mind. You know what I'm saying? That say I don't mind. I go stand in the fire. Like what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
That's a strong person to do that.
yeah, I
Like
understand, but we got to handpick people too now.
yeah,
We,
yeah, yeah. You got a
we,
hand pick.
we just cannot we just
I
cannot
mean,
write people.
'cause she got a
Right, but you talking about Rosa, we gotta understand that for a long time she been down with the elite.
okay, okay. Now watch this. Now watch this, JT. I say you say Omarosa. I say Jada Pinkett. So watch this. To me, they the same type spirit person. You know what I'm saying? It just Omarosa got in and Jada Pinkett said fuck the job. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We gotta get the Jada Pinkett to say go get the job. You know what I'm saying? Go stand in the fire for her cause you know what to do. Omarosa don't know what to do. She just want to stand in the fire. She just ain't scared to stand in the fire. You know what I'm saying? She'll get the shit slapped out of her and say, "Oh, I ain't know he was swinging at me." And you know what I'm saying? Jada Pinkett decking that motherfucker. But they the same type mud. They don't mind going to the fire.
Yeah, Jada Pinkett, definitely from the hood and all that. Um, yeah, and also,
She just
I
gotta
like
be.
the term. I like the term barbecue. It's better than picnic. I like that barbecue. Should talk about the small home based business too, because No, everyone is not about starting something big. I mean, I like the small mom and pop type of home-based businesses also. We should talk about those sort of things, like that.
Yeah. That's that real money. The small, because that's everyday money. You know,
Yeah,
small businesses, that's everyday money, man.
because with the
We,
small home-based businesses, you could do a website. You don't even have to have a bricks and mortar address. You could get everything on the web. What that mean? I tell y'all, the internet is where it's at. Seriously, the
mm,
web that's where it's at. I mean, people sleeping on the web. The web is where it's at.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the web is that other level, man. That's
Yeah, it is.
that like we on it right now. We sharing our ideas via the
Yeah.
web. We meeting each other
Yep.
via the web. You know,
Yep.
it's like with this web, all the stuff that we want to do outside of the web, we don't have to make it that it don't have to be that hard if we utilize the web how we need to utilize the web. So when we do hop off the porch, when we do close our computers off, when we do shut our phones off, it's somebody waiting on us on the other side of the door to do the business.
Shoot, if you do it right, shoot, you know what? You still be making money even while you sleep. Long after you shut the computer or the phone off, you
Mm.
still making money. It goes nonstop.
Right, right, right. If you utilize the web right, we have to utilize in our power. That the white, I put it like that. We can say whatever about that European man, but Al Gore, when he was a bad man to come up with the www dot, he was a bad man to come up with that. You know what I'm saying? We can
Yep.
play and he came up with the www dot cause the rest of white America wasn't playing. They weren't playing foul with him. You know, they were kissing Steve
Yep.
Jobs ass and they kissing Bill Gates ass, but they ain't understanding. Listen, man, I just came up with Steve Jobs, the Apple computer cool and all these Dells and PC they cool, but get what? I came up with a thing that allowed them to speak to each other.
Yep. www. Yeah, Al Gore did come up with that. And
Yeah.
as much shit as people talk about Trump, and yeah, he is an idiot, but at the same time, he's a businessman. He's someone you could really learn from as far as business. Now, all that is forget. I mean, if you just put all the scandal stuff out of your head and look at his business acumen, I mean, he's bar none one of the best businessmen you could think of. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
look at the stuff that he's had, and not to mention, he has gotten he is cleared up this national debt, and unemployment has been way down, and that's something Barack Obama just didn't do. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, in defense of Barack, people were expecting Barack though to clean up 4 years what Bush uh, put out there. They expected him to clean it up.
But,
Mm-hmm.
But
but
at the
you know
same
what I say?
time,
But you know
he's
what
a
I say that Aaron Collins, you know what I say that? You talking about Trump? Trump came here. Trump inherited of something that Obama tried to do, but he never get a chance to do. And you talking about the unemployment of us as a people is still high. We're not getting the jobs. All the manufacturing jobs that's left from us of decades ago is an all-time low. College intuition is all-time high. The bill the healthcare bills and the premium is an all-time high for our people. So my thing is this: that I understand you said about Trump. I know about Trump. I'm born and raised in New York, and I know the scumbag. He always borrow money, and then he build this. He build this and that. But we have to understand one thing too. We don't, as a people, we don't hardly own collateral. And that is another conversation that we better have. We don't have collateral. We don't know like build for capital. We don't like to talk about generational wealth because we want everything right now, right now, right now. How we can say we want something right now, right now, right now? We not, majority of us is not even disciplined. I ain't talking about the brothers. I ain't talking we us right here. But I'm talking about people from outside. We not disciplined to sit down. Okay, I got 200,000. You got 200,000. You got 200,000. Okay, like Sonny said, we gonna go for this business, but we gonna put your business on a hold, and then when we get this going, we gonna get your business going. Then we gonna get your business going, and then everything that comes from us, other nationalities, it beat us in our own game. But at the same time, we don't want to adopt. And I'm sorry, and that pissed me off. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because every nationality does do it. The Mexicans do it. The Jews do it, and yeah, we don't talk about generational wealth. We don't even know nothing about what is it? The GNP, the GDP. Don't talk about nothing like
We
that.
don't talk about nothing like that. But I didn't go more on your point, Eric, cause then we don't even want to listen to the ones who talk about economics, like Dr. Claude Anderson, ever since in the late 60s, when he broke down how the Indians and the legislation and all that, how they enslave us, how they still to this day make money, 5 cent Indians. We don't even want to listen to that. We don't want it. We don't want it. He give us the blueprint. We gotta change the mindset. We gotta change the language of how we ask for reparations. We gotta keep it up. But he been saying this for years. But majority of us, you know what we say? Listen, it's foreign. We gotta take it right now. And this is a good idea. And he dropping knowledge. And we still don't get it because every nationality in their own way, right this minute, still enslave us. And I'm talking about economics. And that is another conversation we better have.
Hey man, that's another conversation we gotta have. I gotta get off, man. I catch y'all tomorrow.
Well, I want you to stay right there, brother, because I'm gonna read out the names quick, and I want each and every one of y'all, to make your last remarks, and I want to thank y'all so much to join this and everything. I don't know it's going to be a first. I don't know it's going to be a second part to this. I don't know yet, but if it is, I want y'all to keep your head. Salute to Sleep Stay Sleep, and then everybody from it, because I can't really pull it up. Thanks, Nikki. Thanks for joining. JMJ2121 LDBC. Salute to my brother Nehemiah Israel. As always, brother. Thanks, family. Also, Ronald Freaky, thanks for joining the panel earlier. Ronald Freaky, greatly appreciated. Damn. Oh, this shit. Okay. AB, thanks for coming. LDBC, Annette, the beautiful one, thanks for coming, my queen. Brother Rob, the educator of our community, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining the panel. Gay Talk Media, thanks for coming. A matter of fact, Information Man is interviewing him right now. I think they were finished. They're asking questions. So yeah, if y'all want to check that out. Brother, Face Squad, Queen, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. This is going slow. Okay, I must buy. TK Live Show, thanks for coming. Come back. Aladdin Saddam, LDBC, thanks for coming, family. Very much appreciated. P Money family, LDBC, thanks for coming. Afrocentric Atomic TV, thanks for coming, sister. CRU Royally, thanks for coming, brother. Get you on in the future on the panel. DJ Charm. I get you in a few. Um, oh, Takia Jet, thanks for coming, Queen. Very much appreciated. And that's about it. Now, we're gonna start from at first we gonna let DJ Chong go first. Aaron Collins, the real Aaron Collins, then Sonny. Last remarks.
All right, man. I want to say, man, appreciate y'all for having me on, man. All thanks to the Most High. And hey, man, this conversation right here need to be had all the time. Somebody need to help the next person. If you got the idea, put it out on the table and see who want to get down with it. It's only LLC, $165, 80 some dollars a piece, you know what I'm saying? About $83 a piece, you know, and yeah, I got a business or whatever. Or that's only two people and you can break it down to three and four, whatever. And all these little just start it up. Start the business up. You start the business up, you put somebody else to work, you put that person to work. And those ideas together stop you from that. I mean, that solution of joining together ideas stops the idea of not being economically sound to take care of yourself and others in your community. With that, I say peace.
Right, peace. The real Aaron Collins.
Yeah, appreciate it. Once again, Andre Darkness, appreciate you inviting me to the panel. Appreciate being on here with brothers Sonny and DJ Black Charm. Appreciate it. I love these talks. I love it when black men get together and we talk about some real solutions and real stuff. You know, economics is something that needs to definitely be had in our community because when I first learned that we a trillion dollars of $1 trillion of black spending power, that is too much. But that tells you though black community is not broke, but we just spend it with the wrong people. We don't spend it with ourselves. I mean, all these other groups they come here and they eat off us. We send their kids to college. They live nice and comfortable, and we still living in poverty, and that shouldn't be the case. So once again, brothers, yeah, we need to definitely have more talks like this, and so I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, are you subscribed to me, brother Aaron Collins?
Oh yeah, definitely. Underway
Oh,
Darkness.
you
Yeah,
are.
I've been subbed to you for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll be showing up, brother. You know you be hiding, man. What's up with that?
Yes, I know. Sometimes I got a lot going on, but I definitely catch you when I can, though. I definitely do that.
Yeah, just as wherever happens, man. Just make sure you all right, brother. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, appreciate it.
I should appreciate it. All right, stay right there, Eric Cars. Brother Sunday. Oh yeah, and brothers, share this. You got my permission. Share this all social media. Go ahead, brother. Brother Sunny.
Indeed. Again, I'd like to extend my honors to everyone that's in the chat. Thank you for coming out, listening to us. I'd like to extend my honors to everyone that came on the panel today. Love you, brothers. Uh, extend my honors to the underrated darkness for having the love for his people to bring these, these questions to the forefront, these topics to the forefront. My last thoughts is again, what I'm saying? We got the power to change our conditions no matter how hard it is. You know what I mean? We've been in this position for a long time. You know what I mean? That in order to get out of it, it's going to take some time, but we can do it. You know what I mean? So if you are one that have a business idea, one of the things that might be stopping you from moving into it is finances. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't know, you didn't go to school for business. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know how to run a business, but those are things that you can learn. And that there are people out there who are willing to help you. You know what I mean? Business is not really rocket science. It's the most important thing about business is learning whatever business that you're in, making sure that whatever business that you're in, that you like you enjoy doing that thing. You know what I mean? Because the the plus of having your own business, especially if you're working in your own business, that you own your own business, you're your own employee, and like that's like you get two checks basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just to give you an idea, say that you're your own employee starting out or whatever, or you got some other employees. After everything else is paid, you're not in the red. You're gonna have some money left over. And like say like quarterly, if you want, you can take that money out and you can pay yourself. Let the business run for itself. You know what I mean? So I just want to encourage the people, um, especially if you're in a situation where uh, things is not right in your home. You know what I mean? You can get it right. You know what I mean? It's just going to take some hard work. And if you need help, you got some brothers that's here willing to help you. And for the ones that I sent out my email to, um, I'm not gonna steal your business or we talking. Everything is confidential. I'm not asking for anything for some advice. You know what I mean? I'm not asking you for money or anything. This is out the kindness of my heart. But if I do invest, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
So with that, you know what I mean? I love you, and I pass the mic.
All right. Just hold that thought, both brothers. Um. Oh, Real Aaron Collins. I did a live earlier. The title is "Why We Let Social Media Adjust Our Lives." Time to change. Let me read it again. Why we let social media adjust our lives. Time to change. I believe Sonny was on the panel. Was you? I forgot.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, you was. All right. So I on the Real Aaron Cons, I want you to go back. It's about 2 hours, but it's excellent information. Lady Lock, she was on there. It was me, Sonny, Lady Lock, matter of fact, and it was excellent information. I want you to check that out, and you have my permission to share it to the ones that want to be building.
Okay, it's called Why Does Social Media Change Our Lives?
Now I'm gonna read it again. Why we let social media adjust our lives. Time to change.
Okay.
So you share that. You trust me. You get some out of it, and that might be a part two. And that likewise, this one might be a part two too. I don't know because I didn't really get it. That the second of the first one, I didn't really get it to really talk about the economics of social media, how they ruin us too. So I don't know, but that might be a part two. But but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make sure to have people to listen to to the ones I did earlier, so they can get a full breast. So if I do part two, we could be more abreast. But family, um, we cover a whole lot. Hypocrisy, policies, policies, and politics. And we have to understand, family, that if we don't attack, if we don't stand up to the hypocrisy of politics, we on our way down. This is not the time to close our minds and our lenses and act like ain't nothing happening, because it is. And we have to understand. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. And we have to understand that we still got a long way to go. But we have to work collectively. We have to understand that the way that we do things is not working. So that means we gotta learn to adapt with the times. And then when we learn how to adapt with the times, that means we gotta adopt a way of thinking, adopt the way how we do things. And we have to be on code. Now I'm talking about humanity too. No doubt. I'm talking about humanity too, but I'm talking about us as a people. And we got to find a way to work together through this hypocrisy so we have a better clarification of how we supposed to move as a people. And we got to air out any hypocrisy that is in our community, even some of the ones that are perpetrated. It could be sports, politics, you name it, even in life. If that person is not in alignment with what you trying to do, when they keep on talking this hypocrisy, I'm not talking about the ones that don't know, but sometimes they don't know. That's all they mind train for. So I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that are repetition. I'm talking about the ones that's premeditated. These are the ones that we have to watch out for. These are the ones that's going to put us back. These are the ones that when the chips go down, they ain't going to be right there. They're going to be the one complaining. These are the ones that they not going to do whatever they can to help their fellow black man or black woman. And we have to understand that. And we talk about hypocrisy, policies, and politics. And we have to learn more of how they play this game in politics. We just cannot shy away no more. We cannot stop. We got to stop saying that politics is boring, because when we said it's boring, the elite is now right this minute they are forming another legislation, and I'm talking about globally, a legislation keep on bringing us down, but it's got to be up to us to stand up against it. It's got to come from us, and it has to come from us. So on behalf of the chat, my brother Nehemiah Israel, thanks for coming be on the chat. My brother Ronald Freakley, thanks for coming. Brother Rob, the educator of our community, thanks for coming. DJ Black Charm, thanks for coming. The real Aaron Collins, thanks for coming. I want you to listen to the brother that he broke down Chicago, and even Nehemiah Israel. There you go on the underrated channel. You hear from the brother. They ain't lying about Chicago. They need our support. And my brother Sonny, as always, thank you so much for joining. Let's hear what he's saying. And he doing this free because he loves us as a people. And I hope whatever I do, that somebody gets some out of it. I hope that whatever you do, they say, yo, that underrated darkness right there, he's trying. But don't get it twisted. If you come after me for my existence, you ain't going to win. And I want to thank the brothers. And like again, check out my first live stream that I did hours ago. And on that note, I want to thank your brothers, thank everybody that I mentioned in the chat. Because again, this is another solid stream. And I feel good. I'm tired. I feel good. And on that note, I am Ghetto